Hello, everyone, and welcome to Nuuli Forged. We are a 5e actual play stream that we play 5e Dungeons and Dragons, 5th edition, whatever you want to call it. We play in the world of Nuuli, which came out of my brain, and we're off to a great start, aren't we?
You're getting there. Your brain's waking up. It's fine. It's all good.
I have been at work. I have to get up at
Yes.
I have to get up at 5:15 for work this week. So
Oh
it's
no.
And it's working outside. It's very gross. And my
Chilly.
elbow hurts, and I can't make it stop hurting. But anyway, we are a 5e actual play stream. We play in the world of Nuuli that came out of my brain, and 5 of my friends are brave enough to play in for whatever their own personal masochistic tendencies are. But hey, 2 of us will be along in a little bit. Mike plays Defect, will be along in a few moments. He's running a little late. And Spoot has to appease Abuela's dinner. I don't know dinner in Spanish, but it's very important. So Matt will be along.
La cena.
What is it?
Cena.
Cena. Well, Abuelo cena es muy importante. And that is not facetiousness. That is truth.
Nope. Listen, all I know is with Abuela, those chancletas, they can go around corners. It's like a homing missile.
I believe it. And Tanner is with us this evening. He's just not on camera. So don't worry. He's
invisible.
Here. Yeah. But speaking of, hey, friends, let's introduce ourselves. And I think I'm gonna roll a d20 tonight. I'm gonna change it up.
You're gonna claim the 20?
Yeah. Unless one of you really wants to do it.
No, do it. Go.
Great. Then I shall. Great. All right. So please, everyone, introduce yourself, introduce your character, and say tell us where does your character fall on a cynicism versus hopefulness spectrum. Cynicism, hopefulness. Dun dun dun.
What are you eating?
Yeah. I mean, I had some leftover noodles. I've got it.
No,
Thank
the
you for
dog.
the Pikachus.
Oh, that's
Always good to see you here. Oh, and we have some shout outs. Thank you to Legends of Avantris who gave us a shout out. And thank you to Zach Sen, who followed us a few days ago. And, oh, this is a good one. Christopher Doorknobs, who followed us a few hours ago. So thank you, Zax and Christopher. Christopher Doorknobs, I love your username. That's pretty great. So thank you. Much appreciated. And now, let's introduce our players who are here at this moment. We'll start at the top of the rung. We'll start with Amber.
Hello, my name is Amber. I play Greg the Goblin Artificer, and I mean, I gotta say, like, so far, so good. You know, things can't go that wrong, and if they do, we'll kill somebody. Or we'll die. But I guess that means I'm sort of optimistic, but I think it's more pragmatic. If you're not dead, you're fine.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. There you go.
Hopping on down, we got Sarah.
Oh, geez, golly, when the boys aren't here, I come up fast. Hi, I'm Sarah, and I play Olive, the half-orc moon druid. I would say Olive is pretty cynical. Certainly, since we've met her, she thought she was saving her village, and a lot of them died, and that probably didn't help her hopefulness very much. With the whole, lighting the village on fire thing.
Sure. You got most of the people out of that warehouse, though.
We did. We got a lot of them out, but and then we got to fix their crops and things, so that was good. But I feel like she's very much like, this is a thing we have to do. Well, I don't know if it's gonna work. we're gonna give it the best try we got, and it might kill us all.
Fair. And at the bottom of the rung right now, we've got Tanner.
Hi, I'm Invisible Tanner. I'm
Yes.
playing Nereus, the Azamar sorcerer. And
Just without a trace on him.
yes, I actually rolled a natural 20 in my stealth. I would say Nereus is fairly hopeful. I mean, he died once, but I don't know, he keeps surviving everything, wanting to get up close and personal and punch him in the face. So
It's true.
I think he's doing
You're
all
not
right.
dead yet. You're fine.
Yeah, I'm just the party's main tank is the sorcerer
Yeah.
at
Didn't
this
you
point.
take the tough feat?
I did.
Yeah, so you got nothing to worry about.
I listen. That has been a lifesaver.
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
Literally.
Gotta
Especially
love
with
it.
that spider that I had to blow myself and it up in its face.
Yeah, that was
Which
really
was
funny.
epic, by the way.
I mean, I haven't gotten much use out of my resistance, so why not?
I love it when someone takes that kind of risk. I think it's fantastic. So good job.
I escaped and I lived.
That's true.
What more could you want?
In D&D, there is no living, or there is no winning. There's only surviving.
Yes.
For as long as possible. And I am Jared. I am your humble dungeon master here on Nuuli Forged. I play everyone and everything else that is not the 5 player characters. And they run the gamut. The entire world runs the gamut between pure cynic and pure hopeful. Because that's what balance is about. And I play them all.
You're
Personally,
not schizophrenic.
I'm a cynic, but
Yes, you are.
yes, I
Should
are.
we fail our mission, I believe that they'll become more cynical.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, until the others arrive, let us dive into Last Time on Nuuli Forged. Last time on Nuuli Forged, Grig and the Misfits faced a massive floating spider that had acid in its bite and throughout its webs. Suddenly, skeletons rose up through the snow and started attacking the party. Spoot was able to banish the creature. However, for some strange reason, all of the nearest who were held within its web also disappeared along with it. However, the mage riding the creature, who was invisible, did not, and plummeted 60 feet to the ground because he did not have Featherfall. Losing concentration of his greater invisibility upon impact, and before the party could question him, he teleported away. The party decided that the best way to get their friends back was to have Spoot release the spell, and sure enough, when the creature returned, they were still bound within its webs. Ultimately, the party was successful in bringing the creature low. Spent on spells and resources, Spoot managed to find a really well-hidden kind of natural lean-to in a copse of trees. And they settled in to get a long rest, hopefully. Due to their excellent discovery of this lean-to, they managed to spend the night without incident. And upon the cracking of dawn on Nereus's watch, yet again, a loud kind of stomping and settling of something onto the ground could be heard. Nereus saw through the forest, a strange kind of warped and crooked cottage that had somehow appeared out of nowhere. And upon getting closer, saw a familiar form emerge. Magna, the suited Nehru jacket-wearing lizard folk who is the aide-de-camp to Persephonea, the veil piercer, a very strange figure the party has had dealings with in the past. Upon gathering his companions, Nereus and the rest entered the strange fortune teller's home, where Nereus and Grig each received answers, but perhaps not the ones they had hoped for, and the others await their turn. And this is where we pick up with the group of you. I believe Grig has just returned to the parlor, or to the sitting room from the audience chamber of Persephonea.
Yep. Oh, I just thought of a better. Dang it. Hey, one of the rest of you, take this. I want to give a globe to whoever would be next. One of the desire globe things.
Mhm.
Ask her how to use this, and then she can have it because we have others.
Okay, who's next?
All right, you want to be next?
Sure.
I mean, I don't know, unless you like have a really burning question, but I feel
I
like
do
these would be
not.
really cool.
I will take the orb.
Cool. So you take the orb. When you approach the door, Magna kind of nods and sees you in. And once you are in, you see the familiar, or you've been here once before. It's this massive room
Yeah.
with all these shelves filled with bric-a-brac and strange items and all kinds of wacky, weird paraphernalia. And across this expanse, you see sitting behind her table Persephonea. This kind of jaundicey yellow skin and like blue hair with like bits of craziness and limbs kind of that are like jointed more than they should be, and like her knees are up from whatever chair she's sitting on, so it looks like she's crouching in a weird way, and a really unearthly large smile, like it's much larger than it should be, with more crooked teeth and these eyes that kind of have a swirling iris, a red swirling iris to them. And once the doors close, a skull on the shelf right next to the door turns and says, "Oh my God, it's you again. You're the half-orc lady. Hello. Like, what?
Hello. How have you
You
been?
are in for such a treat. Like, I hope you have a really good question. There's been a couple good ones lately, so I hope you have totally thought this out and thought it out thoroughly. Because thorough questions get thorough answers. Like, totally." As you stare there in silence, the veil piercer's like, "Please, my dear, enter."
I will come in holding the orb in front of me.
Okay.
Oh hi. I'm holding it, like I'm carrying a tray or something.
Yeah, it's about this big, so like a candlepin bowling ball kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of holding it like in front of me, like
She kind of looks at you as you approach, and she's like, "And what can the veil piercer do for you today, dear? Tell me, Streamling, what is it you desire? What question burns within you?"
Well, we've got these orbs, or this orb, and we're not sure what it does or how to use it. And we were sort of hoping maybe you could tell us?
If you wish me to cast the identify spell, I can.
We've done that, and it wasn't super helpful.
How so?
All it told us was that it called it a desire orb. And that doesn't mean anything to anyone in our group. And we didn't get any further information from it other than it's an orb.
Are you sure you're not just misremembering what you learned?
Anything is possible. It's been a rough few days.
Oh, that I believe intensely, I do. Now, is
I'm
that
going
what
to,
you would have me waste my time with? Or do you have a question you would like answered? Or perhaps a general reading for you?
Maybe a general reading? Maybe just a general. I ended up with the orb because I didn't know what else to.
Very well. And what will you offer in trade of this general reading?
An orb.
You spoke so highly of it. It is interesting enough, I suppose. Make a persuasion check.
Olive has really shitty charisma. 9!
Okay. It is an interesting enough token, I suppose, but for one of my readings, it hardly suffices. Plus, an urge orb is so mundane these days.
Well, I suppose if you live around here, that's true. I've also got this only slightly rotted chunk of a sea serpent, or sea monster.
You take it out, and it is putrid. Like, you've had it for months at this point.
Yes. Yep, and I've been carrying it all over creation, and it's a little drippy.
Yeah, it's like raunchy, gooey, like... It's like swollen up because of all the like bad stuff in it, because it was a sea monster.
Yeah. Yep, sure was.
Yeah, so it's 2-month-old fish. It's disgusting.
I'm gonna stuff it back in the bag.
Yeah. And now that you've removed it from whatever pouch and container it was in, it just reeks the entire room, and your bag, like, you can't get rid of the smell now.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll pull out my incense and light it.
She waves her hands, and a few kind of drops of oil kind of dip from her fingers and hit the ground, and the room is perfumed again in kind of a pepperminty lilac kind of aroma. It's not bad, and certainly better than what you had unleashed upon the room. The skull in the back of the room goes, "Oh god, how gnarly! Ew, like, oh my god, put that away, girl."
Sorry. I've also got this Perryton feather that is probably less decomposed.
Yeah, that's in fine condition because it's a feather.
I'll pick it up and like wave it around like a fan.
What is the story of this Perryton feather?
We killed it. It was a terrible, horrible creature that we did very valiant battle against, and we ultimately prevailed, and so I took this feather as a memento.
Would you say that this trophy carries your blood, sweat, and tears?
Oh, most certainly. There was a lot of crying.
And a lot of blood.
And a lot of blood, that is true.
Such a symbolic item does have merit and value to it. Very well. And she extends a long, multi-jointed arm, and with fingers that are almost spider-like, like spider legs. They have more joints than they should. She kind of like picks it up
tickle
and
the palm of her hand as I hand it over.
and she grabs the base and kind of brings it up, waves it around. Yes, this will do. And she puts it on a shelf somewhere behind her where her impossible arms seem to reach without issue. Now. And she begins shuffling the cards that are in front of her on this little black table with a doily set up on it. A big kind of like one of those, grandma doily kind of deals. I do not read events. I do not provide roadmaps. I summon the beings you once were, are, and have yet to be. I convey to you the truth as I read it, and the universe is rarely kind or fair, so beware what you do once I bring forth the hand of destiny with you.
I was going to sit very, very still.
Yeah, and so she starts shuffling, and she's like, whenever you are ready, whenever you feel the moment is right, I will stop shuffling the cards and read your fortune. Ooh. 2 minutes go by.
Now.
She stops reading and deals out 5 cards. And she looks at them. For you, Streamling, the future is dark. Not in a way of pain or nothingness, but in a way of uncertainty. If you would survive it and thrive in it, decisive action is needed. The danger before you is great and ever-changing, fluid. Decisive action will be called for to battle its fluidity. And as for your past calls to you in new ways. If you survive to your future, your past will call you even more. And people you did not know that were related to you in some capacity will find you again. But their intent is unknown to me. So beware those bearing like minds and same stories.
Beware?
One can never be too careful, can one? And she gathers up the cards. An interesting future for you. A more interesting past, perhaps. Hard to say, really. Is there another question you would ask me, dear, little streamling? And the smile grows even wider.
I have so many questions I could not begin to narrow it down.
Perhaps the most important one.
Well, you said you don't give directions.
It is not for me to guide you on fate, merely to give you a peek beyond what could be and what has been.
Does the world survive?
A question I will answer for nothing. Who can say? Does it survive unchanged? Who knows? Does it continue in perpetuity? Most likely. Will it succumb to the inevitable heat death of the universe? Absolutely. Will it end before that, in some cataclysm? It has once already, and yet here are many, many people going about their little lives, rebuilding their little cities and societies. Or do you mean something a little closer to home? For what is the world to you, Streamling Olive?
What is the world without the people in it? Or on it?
A world still.
But is it? Or is the world what's... Are we what makes the world?
Ah, looks like we have a defect.
Hi, defect.
Hello, everyone.
I'm talking to the Veil Piercer. She's scary.
She looks at you as you say that and says, "Did the world exist before mortals, before your kind were laid upon it, before you were forged, created, born, birthed? I think so. Will it be here after you all departed in one way or another? Most likely. The world will probably continue. Culture, society, civilization, those are other things entirely.
Yeah,
so
but
when
without
you ask if
people
the
on it?
world survives, you are asking if the immovable will remain where it is, or if the unstoppable will continue apace. However, for something, and she kind of looks at you and you see her irises kind of spin wildly, for something paltry to you could be something of great value to another. I will give you a little insight. But in return, I will take something from you. I will take 7 strands of hair.
That's not enough for a wig.
Okay.
Excellent. And she reaches a long pair of fingers and they like pincer into your hair and pull, and she pulls out 7 hairs. And she kind of wraps them in a little tiny ribbon that she produces from somewhere and puts it on a shelf.
Sure, that won't come back to bite me in the ass later.
Now, you streamling, what you have before you is a daunting task from what those who came before have said. Does your world survive? Let's find out. And she shuffles the deck wildly and crazily and very, very quickly until she produces one single card and without looking at it, lays it upon the table face up. The card you see is the world, and it is covered over in shadow, and it seems to move. This shadow seems to ebb and flow. Your world, Olive, is on the cusp of changing forever.
That is the hope.
When I say your world, I mean your direct sphere of influence. There is danger in your future. This you know. But it is more than what you think. There is not one danger before you. There is not 2. There are many dangers that lurk in Kraghold. And you must get past them all. Should you survive, I can foresee choice of futures for you. Should you fail, the world will be changed irrevocably. Will it be for the good or for the ill is to be determined. But you and your little group of streamlings are in a precarious spot, but also in a crux. You five are the only ones who stand at this crux. It is up to you to determine which way the hourglass will fall. Will you fill the sands of change and potentiality? Or will you fill the sands of stability and structure? No matter the outcome, your world, Olive, will be changed. She kind of smiles and laughs to herself. Oh, little streamling. Your angst and anxiety are permeable. Almost as permeable as that rotten fish you produced. You really should get rid of that.
Yeah, I will. I kind of forgot it was in there.
Yes, preservation techniques should be something you learn if you survive your next encounter.
I'll put it on my to-do list.
Excellent. Well, I'm sure your friends are busy waiting for you, so perhaps you should alleviate their concern.
Hey, nice talking to you. Hey, bye.
Always, streamling. And she waves as you turn around, and as you get to the door, the skull's like, oh my god, besides the fish, really fun job. Like, oh my god. So, choice.
Did you want the fish?
Why would I want a fish? I don't eat. Plus, like, that thing smells. I'm dead and I can smell it, okay? Like, grody.
If you don't eat, how can you smell it?
'Cause I'm a skull. I got the nose.
You got teeth too.
But I don't have a tongue, do I? Like, it's totally okay. Like, I don't blame you for asking these questions. It's, like, not evident at all. But, like, you know, it's always good to see you. Like, totally. Have a good night. Later.
Olive will walk out of the room and toss the orb to the first other person she sees.
Yeah, defect, an orb gets thrown at you.
I let it hit me in the head.
Bonk! And it falls to the ground and rolls around on the ground. And it kind of rolls to Magnaw's feet, and he kind of looks at it. Is this something important to you? And he kind of holds it up in his hand.
Is he asking all of us or just me?
All of you.
Oh, well, I mean, kind of. It's kind of cool. Like, you know, we keep finding them in monsters, and I think it's called a desire orb. And I one time held it, and then I like got a really weird view of, you know, this castle that we're trying to get to. And then some guy talked to me via the orb, and so everyone's really nervous about it. But it did mean that I could see, you know, where we're going. Do you know what it is? Do you know how to use it?
If it's important, then perhaps you shouldn't just throw it around like that.
Oh, I mean, we have like 10 of them.
And he puts it on a table in front of you, Grig.
Okay, I start playing with it.
So Magna looks out. He's like, there are 3 questions answered by the Veil Piercer. Who will be the 4th? And he looks between Spoot and Defect.
Defect will look at Greg and whisper, yell, "Do I have to?
I don't know.
Like, is this part of the quest? Can I skip this part?"
I don't know. So far, I don't know if I learned anything helpful. But
I
Is
don't know
there-
that I did
maybe
either, but she took my hair, and I'm worried that's
that's
gonna come back.
weird.
Yeah.
That's really weird. I
Yeah,
thought I
I
noticed
never-
something different about your hair. I just couldn't put my
Yeah.
finger on it. But
Oh
now I
yeah, I
see.
see that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one are gone.
I don't know what she's gonna do with them.
I guess don't give her any hair, Defect.
I can do that. I can do that. But is there something I should ask the Veil Piercer?
I don't know. It sounds like she doesn't want to tell us how to use these orbs.
Alright, so that way I don't have to
Said
do
that we should be
anything.
able to cast Identify by ourselves, and we didn't need her for that, and it was a waste of her time.
Oh my god, I don't want to make her angry and waste any more of her time.
Don't you have questions about your past that you can ask? Everybody knew that you met since
No,
you last met
actually.
her.
I've been...
She doesn't like fish.
No,
That's
I've been
random.
able to sort of access these memories while I'm sleeping. Not every night, but it's getting better, so...
Wait, what?
I didn't tell you?
Hang
Oh,
on.
shoot. Oh, gosh darn it. You know what? It's because it happens when everyone else is sleeping and I'm guarding, but not really guarding. Yeah, anyways, no. So, I guess I can just pop in and say hello.
Yeah, I
I'll
mean,
just be
why
like
not?
wasting her time.
We don't want to make her mad, like, by not going in, right? Like,
Alright, I guess I can, like, ask her a question. Some random question. Alright, I'm gonna go in. Alright, so.
Cool. Magna shows you in.
We'll go in.
All right, yeah. Magna, who's been listening and watching to this whole conversation without commenting, just kind of bows as you stand up and nods you in and opens the door for you, closes them behind you. And you see the same panorama, and shuffling her cards is the Veil Piercer. With her crazy, extra long limbs and yellow skin, big, wide, extra wide, toothy grin, crazy, multiple jointed arms and fingers, shuffling a deck of cards. And the skull looks at you. Oh my god, it's the big one. Hello. Like, oh my god, like, how you been?
Been alright, little one. Thank you.
Yeah, you're looking pretty swole.
Yeah, thank you. It's the extra pump from my workouts.
Oh, tell me about it, stud. Like, oh my god.
I can tell you many stories of me taking down dragons throughout my journey to get to this point.
Ooh.
I once punched a dragon so hard it turned into an ogre, or was it an orc? Regardless, it changed shape, but it still counts as a dragon kill.
Well, I wouldn't know anything about that, but like, super impressive, I guess. Like, totally.
Thanks. Defect beams a little.
Have fun with your question. Later. Say hi on your way out. So you cross over after this brief interchange with the skull. And the Veil Piercer smiles at you. Greetings, Streamling. So nice to see you again.
Salutations.
What questions do you have for Persephone?
Right. Questions. You seek questions, but perhaps I can turn the table on you and you can ask me questions.
I don't have any questions to ask you beyond the first.
I thought I'd just throw a little plot twist into your day, but guess that didn't work.
My dear Streamling, I am the Veil Piercer. Answers are my purview.
What does it mean if I don't have any questions?
If you have no questions, why come? And if you have no questions...
Curiosity.
But is curiosity not the birth of a question?
If I dig deep enough. But if I just look at the surface, then...
If you just look at the surface, you'll never see anything worth seeing. But if your time is so misspent here, you are free to go, of course.
Yeah, defect takes a couple beats. It definitely looks like he's kind of like processing everything.
The opportunity is
and
yours
then-
to take or to pass up.
I believe for this visit, I will pass up the opportunity.
That is your
And
choice.
anything that comes my way will be just an element of surprise, I suppose.
I admire that and appreciate it. Go, little streamling. Good luck in your dangers.
Defect bows his head and starts walking back out the door.
Yeah. The skull says as you leave, like, oh my god, you didn't ask a question? Oh my god. Like, do a little flex for me.
Since Defect has never been asked to flex, so he's taken it back by this and says, all right. So he's just like, does that Arnold Schwarzenegger pose he does, right? The full stretch and everything. Yeah.
The skull's jaw, like, drops a little bit, and she's like, oh my god, like, you can't tell, but, like, if I could faint, I totally would have. Like, oh my god. Like, oh.
Oh my god, if I could faint. That's my new
Well,
Pokemon.
that made my day, little skull. Thank you.
You're not the only one. Oh. I remember having feelings like this before. Oh my god. Like, oh my god. And you exit. And you are back in the sitting room with your comrades.
Learn anything?
Nope. Didn't ask. Didn't get told anything. Didn't lose hair.
Fair.
I flexed a little.
Oh yeah?
Just
like
a little,
metaphorical
though.
flex or a physical flex?
A physical flex.
Nice.
But just a little. Just a little show and tell.
Wait, for who? This
The
skull.
little skull.
Yeah, Did she tell you anything interesting? Like the skull. I keep wanting to know where the skull came from.
No. The skull didn't tell me anything worthwhile other than it was very impressed by my flex.
Well, as it could be.
Right? It makes sense. So
Yeah.
nothing new there.
You're very strong.
Greg?
Of course.
So Spoot goes in for a little while and then returns, kind of keeping counsel to himself. But once you're all kind of back together, Magna comes out with a small little satchel that he places on the table before you all. A gift from the Veil Piercer. She says you might be needing something like this soon.
Okay. Let's open it.
You take a look inside Greg, and it looks like there's a glittering red potion inside of it.
Oh. Nice. That's very nice of her.
Yes. The Veil
Just
Piercer
one, huh?
is... The Veil Piercer says one of you might need it. She didn't say which one.
Oh, I mean, yeah, usually more than one of us ends up needing one, but
Probably all of us at some point.
yeah.
Just remember, not all things are what they seem.
Eyeballs potion suspiciously.
Yeah, me too. Mm,
Everybody make an insight check.
Insight check.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah, an 8.
Nope, not me.
Olive is feeling very insightful today, and
Where's
is
my
also deeply
glasses?
suspicious.
Yeah, no, not insightful.
Natural one.
That's pretty on point, honestly.
All right.
Olive looks for traces.
Most of you are unsure how to take this because, like, it's very deadpan. Olive, you think that his statement doesn't have anything to do with the potion, but it might. He doesn't seem to have any menace in him, but you also get the sense that he's trying to give you a hint that it might not be what you think it is, or it might not be for the purpose you think it is.
Olive is going to pick up the potion and look in the satchel now that it's empty, or now that it no longer has a potion in it. So look in the.
Yeah, you look into the satchel and you see the inside of a satchel.
Is it like
Actually,
It's
What
a
you doing?
fabric, leather?
it's some kind of animal leather. Yeah, some
Leather?
kind of thing. Make a nature check.
Oh, not feeling so.
Not
It's-
very nature.
It's kind of tan and brown color. Hard to say. It's really well worn, so it's a very soft kind of
Oh.
satchel.
Olive's going to wrap the potion back up in the leather, and tuck it in her backpack.
Cool. You may add that to your inventory.
You have the potion and the satchel?
Yep,
Great.
red potion in a satchel.
Mark that it came from the Veil Piercer, if you would be so kind. Cool. So,
Okay.
all that being said, Magna nods to you all. Good luck on your journey. And he opens the door for you all to leave.
Okay, thanks. I guess.
Hey, thanks.
See you next time, apparently.
Perhaps.
Hey, that's a real nice time.
He looks down. I'm not wearing a tie.
Olive's gonna just keep walking.
Yeah, you tried.
So you leave. And outside, you see the sun has set quite a bit. Like, you left, or you went inside, like, early in the morning, and it's, like, very low in the sky. And you see Trip is there with Kruthi, and Jesus, my brain just died. Agarian. Yeah.
Gary guy.
And Agarian, like,
Agarian.
looks concerned. And he's like, friends, where have you been? It's been hours. Is everything okay?
More or less.
Probably not.
Very different answers.
I mean,
seem unsure.
well, you know, we went
Creepy
to
lady.
some alternate plane and hung out with a creepy witch lady with a friendly skull and a manservant who may or may not be trying to kill us.
Also, she took my hair.
And we have a potion.
Potions can be quite helpful.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe.
we'll see. It's red. That's what I mean about the butler servant who may or may not be trying to kill us.
Aha.
I couldn't really tell.
Well, you can always
That may
find out
not
what
be
a
what I
potion
see.
is.
Oh, I guess that's fair. Do you have that ready?
Anyone got an identify prepared?
Spoot always does, and Spoot has our pearl.
Right.
But
Yeah.
Spoot seems distracted by whatever he did.
Speak of the devil.
Hey, well now.
Speak of him, and he shall appear.
Spoot's back
Hey,
from the
Spoot,
mountains of distraction.
I've got this red potion in a satchel. You want to identify it?
Health potion.
Hey, buddy. So, Spoot, you have all just left the Veil Piercers and found that Agarian and Trip are there waiting, and it's been hours for them.
Does that
like,
mean we've completed the long rest?
you had completed a long rest before you entered.
Oh, right, okay.
Interesting.
So, Spoot, in kind of a quick flashback here, everyone else went in, and oh, did we just lose him?
Maybe.
No,
Nope, he's back.
I'm here. I'm just trying to figure out how to do this.
Well,
Life on the road.
so you were the last one in, and after all your friends, Defect had said he didn't ask any kind of question. But he went in anyway, and so you are shown in by Magna, and the skull on the shelf greets you, like, "Oh my god, hi there! Like, so good to see you, turtle guy. Like, how's it going?"
Oh, we're doing a flashback. I thought you were like, yeah, tell me what happened. What is
Like, the skull is like talking to you, like, yeah.
Oh, hey. Oh, yes, I remember you. How are you? You look good.
Oh, you are such the flatterer. Thank you so much. Like, I've been trying something different with my hair. Ha 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 ha.
This is why I wear a hat.
This is why I mute.
Well, she nods away. And the Veil Piercer beckons you forth. Come, Streamling. What questions do you have for the Veil Piercer? And she's shuffling those cards with her long, crazy limbs and multi-jointed arms and fingers.
It's good to see you again. I don't think I have any real questions this time. I am very curious how we chanced upon each other today. What brings you to this part of the world at this time?
Ah. And what will you give me for the answer to this question, Streamling?
Was I given one of those little orb things by
Olive was
Rick?
tossing one
Remember
around the.
Yeah, there
The
was one
entryway.
I was playing with it because Olive asked about it and didn't get a good answer.
Oh, you did take one in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I don't really have anything of value. Just
Ah, but
right.
value is relative, my little Streamling.
what would you be interested in? I mean, I'll start going through my bag. I've got this old hag's eye I've been holding on to for some reason.
A hag's eye. Such things can be interesting. In answer to your question, I will take that.
Sure, why not? What's the worst that could happen? Thanks, Spoot.
Alright, she takes the Eye of the Hag you got from the sea hags in Broke Lake.
I also have this ice thingy. I don't know if you'd prefer that. Piece of an ice creature. That's the other thing that stood out.
Do eyes not decompose?
This one doesn't. I think it's crystallized or something, right? Something happened to it.
Oh, we lost your video again.
Yeah, but we can still hear him, so.
Yeah, it's true.
It's varnished.
Yes.
Oh.
So she takes this varnished eye and puts it away on a shelf somewhere. And puts the cards down and looks at you with those creepy, spirally irises that seem to kind of slowly move. Streamling, I am here because this is a crux point. The very world tips on the balance here and can go any myriad of ways. But really, only two interest me. And you five will perpetuate one of those two. But which one is unclear.
I expected as much.
I often travel to such locales at such times. It is easier to see here.
Oh, I see. Well, anything that you're seeing now?
Another question. Requires another payment.
That's fair. Really don't have anything that's of interest, I think. Piece of ice creature thing.
Hardly a good sell.
Yeah. In my note I wrote, we really have no idea what it was, but this is part of it. And it might be ice. It's cold.
I can't tell you what that is from that note.
I don't remember. We didn't know either. That's okay. You know what? I'm gonna trust in the places that I have placed my faith already.
Be
But thank you
that
for your
as
time. It
wish.
was good to see you again. And thank you
Always
for the
streaming.
tea. I hope that you have an interesting... I don't even know how to finish that sentence. I hope you enjoy the outcome.
We shall see. Good luck, Streamling.
And I'll say bye to the skull on my way out.
Later, hopefully. Like, you know, funny. Ha!
Fingers crossed. And I
Oh,
wink.
that's rude. Like, I don't have fingers.
Oof. You're so mean.
That was like, I didn't mean it as a joke, and then when I realized it was a joke, I tried to wink to play it off. I don't know if it worked.
Oh, well, it's okay. Like, good luck and stuff. Have fun. Bye. And you leave, and whoop, we're back to the present. And you are outside. Agarian and Trip are there. Agarian has been being like, you've been gone for hours. The group seems to have different answers on whether or not they're okay or if things are all right. Trip,
I mean, really, it's
meanwhile,
hard
just starts like pestering you with questions about like, what's she like? What's she like? What'd she say? Da 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 da. Like, Trip wants to know.
It's super creepy.
Food,
Yeah, she's kind of creepy.
Food draws a quick sketch in his notebook. She looks kind of like this.
She's vaguely helpful, but not really.
Not
I now
really
have
helpful.
7 steps, but none of the steps are really specific. Although I guess there's breaking a barrier, and you have to withstand possession.
Oh, that sounds
sounds
oddly
useful.
familiar.
Yes. Yeah.
I didn't get
7
much, I'm
appears to be a
afraid.
thing. She took 7 of my hairs, and I'm a little concerned.
I had
But
7
I couldn't think of a
steps.
polite. I couldn't think of a polite way to say no, so I let her.
That's questionable. I feel like hair is an ingredient in something.
Polyjuice potion.
And you were all also gifted that potion in a little satchel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
red
Ah,
potion
okay.
in a satchel. Here, you want to
Yeah.
identify it?
Well,
So you want to identify this
sure.
potion?
Because
I
he
don't
was
think
being
it is
such
what
a
it means.
creeper about it.
Who? Which one? The crocodile?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't trust him.
I mean, do we have 10 more minutes? I feel like we might have wasted too much time.
I mean, at
But,
this point.
Yeah, what's 10 more minutes, I guess? I'll take 10 and identify. While everyone explains what happened while they were inside, and I'll fess up that I'm short a hag's eye now.
As you kind of look at this this potion, in the midst of your identifying and everybody explaining what happened, the cottage moves. You haven't. I don't believe you've actually seen this before. It stands up, and the shrubs and bushes that like lined the front have become the legs, but they do not look like shrubs. They look like the legs of a massive green dragon.
That's fun.
And
Interesting.
it just begins walking away. Thump, crush, 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 crush.
Bye.
I would leave that house alone too.
But 10 minutes does pass, and Spoot, you identify the potion as a superior healing potion.
Oh.
Not bad.
Okay.
Sounds helpful.
I mean, that doesn't sound nearly as ominous as Madagascar implied.
Perhaps they have a flair for the dramatic. The skull's my favorite, I think.
Yeah.
I might have offended them on my way out.
Yeah, I think she's great.
Kind of like the skull. Apparently they can't eat anything. I may have offended it too.
Did you light your incense in there again?
Yes.
That's offensive to everybody. You should know this by now.
I mean, yeah,
There was
honestly, it's
also so apparently the polka it went bad in my bag.
that
By the way,
is
does
not.
anyone know
You-
where I can dispose of some
Yeah,
really gross fish?
and you all kind of take a smell, and you all kind of smell this horrible stench of like rotting fish is beginning to like emanate from Olive's bag.
Yeah, you should have just left it, and then maybe we wouldn't notice. But now that it's like it moved, and suddenly all of it is just.
Get rid of that, please, for the love.
Olive will dig a hole and bury it off to the side somewhere.
Easy enough
There
to
you
do.
go.
I have
Give
two
it-
scales off of it that I separated from it at some point.
Give me a bag.
Go give him my bag.
Prestidigitation.
Thank
Gonna
you.
clean just the whole thing.
Yeah, a few minutes go by and you clean it, and it's no longer gross and stinky and goopy in that one pocket.
Gross.
Thank you.
Don't do that again.
Anything else rotting in here?
So,
We ate all the apples.
Throw that out too.
I know.
You pull
I
it
threw
out
that
and it's
out
like,
a long time ago.
oh.
The apples
I
are
thought
long gone.
you said the apples are still in there. I was like, Jesus Christ.
No, I gave them to the rats in Winton weeks ago.
God.
Orcs carrying around rotting food.
This interaction done, you have your compatriots with you, and it seems to be late afternoon, and you definitely went in and it was morning. Like early morning.
Oh boy. Well, let's get a move on. That might have just been a
Is today the day?
waste of
I
time.
was
All
gonna say,
right.
is today the day?
Is today
Today's-
the day? Today might be the day, isn't it?
Is today the day? I thought the day was the day. I was
Y'all are in charge
fairly
of
certain.
time.
Exciting.
I'm in charge of killing.
That's Spoot's job.
That's true. Spoot does tend to get the last blow, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You said the sun is up. Do we see the moon? Do you see any moons?
You're kind of under canopy cover at the moment, but if you want to like climb up a tree or something like that, you can take a look.
I'll climb up a tree and see if I can see any moons.
Yeah, easy enough to do.
Yeah, and if we're really, really worried that today's the day or not, I have one more cast of divination, and I can straight up ask. Or I can commune for 10 minutes and ask.
So
well,
you
I did get an idea.
So you climb up to the top of a tree, Olive, or near enough to the top where you can peek above the canopy. And the sun is probably an hour or so from setting. And you see the two moons of Nuuli are looking much more like one moon, but you know that they're two. It's weird. You've never seen anything like this in your life. It's always been like one kind of weird shaped moon with another one kind of off to the side and kind of like sometimes it disappears maybe behind the other one or behind something else, but it always comes back. Sometimes it's on the left side, sometimes it's on the right side, but it's very close together now. Like it's like if not for the halo, like you would say
Hey guys, the moons are lining up. I think it might be the day.
I
guess
think it's the
so.
day. Things are moving fast.
Okay, here we go. I thought of a plan, by the
And-
way.
Oh, let's hear it.
Everyone should just run straight ahead and just run into the wall. Just take
okay.
turns running into
Oh,
the wall.
I
Spoot and
guess-
I'll tell you when you hit it.
After we're all concussed.
Lead the
then-
way.
I mean, it's not the craziest idea. That's how I was able to see the tower.
Right? You fell into it and then bam.
Sure. Are they not going to shoot us when we get close?
Well, I will tell you
That
if
does
the
seem to
guards
be-
are there or not. Spoot and I can let you know. You can touch it and run into it more quietly than Spoot did.
Also fair.
So
Okay, cool.
Spoot's way is not the main strategy.
Not literally, but the whole idea
It's
of
an
just like keep walking
inspiration.
until you bonk into it.
Sure. Olive's going to take out her quarterstaff and hold it like a lance. All right, let's do this.
Away we go.
I have also never used this spell, and I don't know if it's helpful, but I might have something that might help us breach the wall, assuming that the wall is less than 5 feet thick.
No. Could I tell how thick it was in my sky travels in the orb land?
No, you could not.
Great.
It
I got no
probably
idea.
is, so it's maybe a shot in the dark, but I don't really know a better way of getting in other than knocking on the front door or
Up
being
and
captured
over.
or climbing.
Spoot, you had mentioned the commune spell. Is that something you want to do?
If we are still in question over whether today is in fact the day, I know that I have contacted said deities with some doubts previously, and I think that we have been led to this moment. So unless we have some fears as a group of if we think our instructions are unclear, I don't know if we need to.
That's like a standardized test. The instructions are unclear.
If we have any doubt that today is not the day, then I can use commune.
I think it's the day.
I can ask up to 3 questions, but I could only ask the one, but it would take another 10 minutes. And I think that is with or without casting as a ritual. I think it just takes 10 minutes.
Yeah, it is a lengthy spell.
I guess
I think we
let's
should
go.
maybe get a move on. Because if today's the day, then time's a wasting.
All right, here we
There.
go. Let's save the world. Bring it in, team.
Onward.
Wait, we've never done this before. What's this, Greg?
We're going to die.
Not
so,
mushy.
High
I
five.
promise.
I
I
would hope we don't die.
I mean, we
Can I
might.
just-
Right.
I mean, we might, but let's not go into it with
3,
that
2, 1.
mentality.
Misfits. Cannon
Misfits.
fodder.
Yes. I just want to say thank you all.
No,
I'll try not to get
no mushy
mushy.
stuff. Let's go.
But
No time for
okay,
thinking. Keep
I'll
marching.
see. Fair enough.
You can say
Maybe
mushy things while you're
D&D
bleeding
Beyond.
out. It's fine. Let's go.
Okay. As long as we can communicate telepathically and I can say everything I need to on my deathbed.
Can I? Do I have another one? I guess. Yeah, it recharges, right?
Yeah, we long rested.
Yeah.
Jared, I might have to turn off
8
my
hours or
video
so.
because I don't see any way of getting the other important components of this session working on the computer because I'm using my hotspot.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
And
well,
D&D
yeah.
Beyond is almost loaded. I haven't even tried Roll20 yet.
Okay. Well, all right. Whatever you got to do.
I know that's going to rearrange your
Don't worry about it. I can adjust.
Brady Bunch. Okay,
Brady Bunch.
here we go. We're going off.
All right.
How's that?
Now you're pink.
Now I'm pink again. Favorite color.
I mean, it's a
I'm gonna
nice
try to
hot
play everything. I'm gonna try to play everything from the phone. This is gonna be wild.
That's going to be very, very cool. Let's see. Cool. All right. There we go.
I am gonna do our telepathic bond thing. Using the Crown of Fallen Imperials.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I
you can do
guess
that.
it only lasts 1 hour. Why did I think it was 8 hours?
Maybe
Never mind. I'm
we
gonna
should
wait until we get closer.
closer.
Yep. Why did I think it was 8 hours?
How many times can you cast it?
Twice.
Once. Twice.
Oh, okay. All right. My general game plan once we're inside. Spirit Guardians, maybe we try to stick close. And yeah, we'll see how many
My plan is to enter the
people there are before
tower,
we're surrounded.
defeat some or all within, climb the tower, face our greatest challenge, break through the barriers, and withstand possession.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds fair.
Those are
And
the
then Krag.
steps.
So,
Cool.
Yeah,
what,
yeah, we
what,
got
what,
this.
what would you like to do?
We want to go
Marching
back
toward
to the tower.
Kraghold.
Hoot and I will be keeping a lookout. We want to be sneaky? Question mark. And we want to get close enough that we could hide in the woods, see if there's guards, and have everybody run into the wall. That's Grig's plan.
That's phenomenal.
Honestly,
Point people in the direction and
I
go
don't-
forward.
I don't really know what else to do to get in there unless, until everyone can see it, kind of thing. None of us have massive revealing spells that can topple that magic, I'm sure.
No, she said it's
No.
very, very ancient magic that's pretty much laced into the land at this point.
And honestly, if we can fix it by walking into it, that seems like it might not be worth the spell slot, even if we could.
Right. Here's hoping.
All right, so we are walking.
Here
We
goes
are
nothing.
being somewhat stealthy. How far away are we walking? How far away is it? Anyone?
I mean, we kind of ran a couple hours away, like to the east or west or whatever.
Yeah, you kind of
and
did this
then-
like circuitous, like pull back, go back. You kind of did
Yeah.
you kept a few miles between you.
So we
Huh.
could just like hook a right or a left or whatever. Well,
All right.
Was that me? Did I leave and come back?
no, that
No,
was
it's Mike.
No.
Huh.
Sadness.
All right, so off we go. Olive is still waving her quarterstaff like it's a,
We're not
lance
that
or a cane.
close.
Yeah, like you know that it's
Gotcha.
like in you believe it's like in a clearing. You're not in a clearing, so like yeah.
Okay, all right. I will carry it normally then until we get to a clearing.
Okay, great. Just go ahead, give me a group stealth check, and also a group perception check.
Copy.
Not my worst.
Cool.
Oof.
Not bad.
Solid perception from Nereus.
22 perception.
Stealth check from Nereus and Spooked.
Stealth. Standby. Where did they put that pesky skill?
It's alphabetical order.
That's why it's hard to find.
Nereus, did you make a stealth check?
Oh,
It's not showing me all of my skills. There it is.
Under sleight of hand.
It just literally wasn't loading. 10. Straight 10
Okay.
on
Cool,
the
cool.
stealth. 22 perception, straight 10 on the stealth.
All right. So you're all moderately quiet, but like you're walking through snow, so like there's crunches and the occasional brush of a thing. Moving with your compatriots. Trip is quite stealthy, and Agarian not so much. So they kind of balance each other out.
People who can see where we're going, when we get close, I'll cast Pass Without a Trace, but it only lasts an hour, so.
Olive, you notice on a 24 perception check that as you kind of crest over a hill, you see like a deep rut of like trampled snow about 50 feet away. That looks to be like many sets of boot prints leading in a direction similar to yours. Like a large group of people pass this way.
Huh.
Okay.
Hey guys, you see that?
Just
Looks like we
Just
might not be
didn't
the
miss
only
us.
ones around in these woods.
I think
Can't
we've
tell us
I wonder if
established
we could
That's
take
that.
them.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Wonder
it's
if
not
we-
like they don't know
wonder
we're
if we
out
could
here.
take.
Yeah.
Wonder if we could take them out before they get back to the castle.
And then we could
Or
dress
is it
up
too
as them.
late?
I don't know how fresh does this snow
Make a
break
survival
look?
check, Olive.
19.
Very good. So, on a 19, what you realize about these tracks, they are a couple hours old, and it's like many groups have kind of joined up, and like now it's one group, and they're all heading to one location. And based on the direction you're going, it's in that same direction.
We should follow these other people's tracks and stop leaving our own.
That's a good idea. I like that.
Perfect.
That works.
Yeah. Cool. So you carry on, continuing on. Eventually, the trees start spreading out, and Grig and Spoot, when you can start seeing the sky, the two of you see that roiling storm approaching pretty quickly. Like you're getting closer to it. It's inky black and dark gray, and it's streaked with different colors of lightning and like rumblings in the clouds of like blue, red, yellow.
Well, we're headed in the
Well,
right direction.
there it is still.
How close are we? People who can see
I
it?
guess we'll need to try to get close enough so we can see if there's anyone.
Yeah, you figure you're probably like
guarding
a mile away at this
that's gonna.
point.
All right.
I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace on.
Cool. Yeah. So you can cast pass without a trace. No problem. You can all make new stealth checks with a +10.
Oh,
Oh shit!
look at us.
I'm invisible.
Yeah, Greg, you like don't even leave
Yeah.
footprints. You're perfectly in other people's footprints.
Boom. Step in light.
Darius also has a
You
light
are
breath.
climbing on people.
That's true. Maybe I'm just
Yeah.
riding on Defect's shoulders.
Wow,
This should
okay.
explain my stealth check.
All right. Yeah. I mean, thankfully, you all had +10. So that was
And
good.
need it.
Even Spoot with his 6, so it's actually a 16.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
So good
thank
job.
God you can see the.
Yeah, I opened
Beyond, at least.
the game log on D&D Beyond. So it's
Yeah,
all-
we can see
No, I can't cheat anymore. Dang it.
you never could.
We
I
can all
always
see
look.
it.
Jokes.
it. And beyond.
Jokes. This guy's got jokes.
Okay, great.
All right. So you successfully managed to get really close up without attracting any kind of notice. You kind of get onto the edges, and where this trail has led to, you see the two of you who can see it, Spoot and Greg. You
Yep.
see a large gate, probably about 200 feet in front of you. It's starting to get dark, but the moon is very bright, but the storm is also kind of blocking a lot of the light. But strangely, it seems to only be blocking the light directly over the fortress somehow. So you still have enough that you can see by, but it's getting a little dicey. Like you think if you walked through the gate, it would be dark.
Interesting. Do you think you know why that is? Do you think it's a magical storm? I guess it has to be a magical storm, but why is it eating the light?
Yeah. So
I
what?
have no idea.
Yeah.
That is bizarre.
What storm, guys? It looks like a really nice day.
Oh, there's a storm right there. Also a gate. So maybe you
Is that
just
the thing
could
we're
walk.
fling ourselves at?
Well, I mean, like maybe if you just walk through the gate, you'll just suddenly know where you are. But or
Well,
you
so
could-
the
you
gate
could
is
back-
barred, by the way. Like there's
Oh.
massive doors.
Are there like
Way is
windows,
shut.
a knocker, you know?
It doesn't appear like there are windows or anything like that in it.
Like if you knock, somebody's not going to open a little thing and go, "What's up? Password."
Doesn't look like that.
Okay.
It looks like it is. It seems like this gateway, this doorway entry. It's 10 foot tall, 10 feet wide. It's like a big square, and it's got two big portions that seems like it opens. They're made of wood. Seems to be bound with lumber and maybe some iron. Looks like a pretty solid fortress beam. And again, these walls, that the two of you who can see it, you know that they're 20 feet high. You don't know how thick they are. But you're getting pretty close. You're probably like 100 feet away at this point.
All right. I think we pause.
Do we see any guards yet?
Yeah.
You
Let
do.
us reconnoiter.
Yeah. With your perceptions and you know what you're looking for, the two of you. You do see there seems to be two. Sorry. Yes. There are two guards kind of in front of the doors, in front of the gates. They seem to be clad in black armor, like leather, and like half plate maybe. And then there's two other guards with bows up on the top of the gate, up above it.
Okay.
What is the point of guarding an invisible castle?
I mean, they know that
You can
somebody's
see it.
trying.
That's true. I did run into it. Does it
Right.
appear like maybe around the corner from the gate there's a blind spot? Sorry, I'm talking all over Amber by accident.
No, you're good.
So you can't tell because it's not like a small, short wall. Like it is a long wall. Like it is a massive compound.
Gotcha.
I
Got a
have an
feeling
idea,
Tell
but
me.
last ditch, because I'd rather not use up so much juice at once, but I could cast Seeming and disguise
that?
all of us.
What if? Hang on. I look at this spell and
It's like
I
8
didn't cast
hours,
it 'cause I'm an
and I think
idiot.
up to 10 people I can put an illusion on them, and it's not concentration.
Oh,
What? That sounds incredible.
that could be cool.
But it's a 7th level spell slot, and I'd have to spend. I think it's
And
7.
you only get the one, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, if it gets us in the door,
They would just possibly have questions
Then-
about why we're separated from everybody else and who we are.
let's think back. Who could we look like?
You can look like giant spiders.
Mm.
More of those tattoo-handed
Yep.
cultists.
Yep.
The
Wanna do that?
ones from the arena?
And who we saw in
Maybe.
out of Winton.
Jared, I
Yeah.
was there for that, right?
Yeah.
The cultists.
Yeah, you all like went in to help save Gronk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, but do
I
we think they're
mean-
here? Like, do we
Oh,
have
no, it's
reason
a
to believe they're here?
It's a 5th level spell. That's not as. That
Oh,
still
well, I
hurt.
mean,
That
they
still hurts, but
They helped them
I mean, you did kill most of them.
pain. What if we just look
It-
like the ones that we killed?
Well, they definitely. It's not like we'll be a duplicate.
Right?
True.
the other thing is also it is
What
an
are you
illusion,
doing back?
so boot your circumference will still be there.
That's funny.
I'm sorry. This is me laughing, not Spoot. Spoot takes this very seriously. So, well, I mean, my idea was trying to make a magical hole in this wall but now that I'm looking at it, it's probably thicker than 5 feet. So I'd be burning a 4th level spell slot on my end, potentially.
5 feet is pretty thick as walls go.
All right.
Well,
That's fair. I don't know if in the world of D&D it is, though, because we are standing in
We
a
are also
5-foot
5
square
tell
right
you
now.
what. Hang on. Let's think.
Fair.
I could be charming.
here.
I cannot.
Why don't it's
Got this ring.
do you want me to do the seeming spell?
I think we do seeming.
Is that going to
I
mess
think
up
that might
our
be-
spell?
No. It's just I'm gonna have to use my font manipulator. Alright. Font manipulator. I'm casting seeming.
All right.
Let
You
me share that.
reach into that part of you that generates your magic to do something you've never done before, but you feel like you can. Like you just know that you've got this potentiality within you. And so as you do it, you expend your sorcery points, and you cast Seeming. What does it look like when you cast Seeming?
Hold on, I'm displaying it. Going back to my spells. Everybody's gonna get like all those black tattoos all over their skin.
Cool.
Greg is gonna be not a goblin, something a little like I guess like a taller gnome or halfling.
Sure.
Greg or defect human. You know, Olive's just gonna stay half orcs. Boots. I assume I can also do like a Goliath, right?
Yeah. You're definitely
Wait,
familiar with them.
No, actually, Spoot's gonna be a furbolg.
Yes.
That fits his personality.
Yeah,
There you go.
Interesting. Okay.
an evil
not-
furbolg.
Cultist.
Yeah,
Well,
Cultist, not evil.
but you know, and then kind of like the black robes to obscure things more while kind of keeping the armored look, I guess. Kind of like the cultists that we've seen. Just kind of
Mhm.
make it match that to what we
Yeah.
also appropriately do, because I want them to think I'm a frontliner, even though I am.
Cool. So you cast this illusion, and I assume you're including Agarian and Trip and Kruthi.
Yeah, what how many does it do?
Actually,
As many as
when you go to cast the spell,
We
Trip
have it.
is like, I wish you all the best of luck, but as I said, I'm not going in there. And it sounds like wherever there is, we're at Kraghold. Even though I can't see it.
You can
But-
go touch the wall. Maybe they'll follow you. You're fast on Kruthi, right?
No,
You could be the distraction.
If you come close enough to touch it, you'll at least know where it is.
He's suddenly like, wait a
Uh,
minute. Wait a minute. I just want it out.
there
I
are
just want to go home.
guards, right?
2 at the gate, 2 on top.
Oh, yeah. At least.
But if you touch it, you'll know where it is. I think you'll be able to see it.
I mean, that's cool. But I also don't want to die.
That's
I
totally
mean-
fair.
Thank
I
you
get
for
that.
helping us.
Well,
Thank
I
you for
want
helping
you all
us
to
find
succeed, but I am not the fighter that you all are. I'm an archaeologist.
what if you tunnel? What if you tunnel until you hit it,
True.
and
There's
then you
gotta
can
be.
tunnel away? Because you tunnel, or Kruthi tunnels.
Yeah, and Shinichi does.
That's a thought.
What's a thought? Well, the tunnel like falls in behind her. I mean, most of the time, anyway. I mean,
Yeah, but then Kruthi would know where it is.
sure.
Sure, you can figure out a way.
Well, it's
How
in
does
this general
everybody like
vicinity.
that?
I will. We'll hunker down here, kind of off to the side there, and come morning, hopefully you guys come out.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
not,
Find the
How-
bard.
actually,
Oh, let's
I'm
go.
gonna just like, Spook, can I borrow a piece of paper?
If my vision is any indication of what could happen if we fail, you probably don't want to be this close.
Spook, can I have a piece of paper?
Oh,
All right,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
gonna
I'm
assume-
losing some of.
I
No,
assume
have
Matt's
some
gonna
of
give
mine.
me. Okay, thank you.
I'm willing. What's happening? What's happening?
I'm just gonna write a small note to Spark, and just letting, like, kind of like a if you are reading this kind of letter.
Telling
Just
these
state,
people all the done.
yeah, just like kind of like that we failed to stop whatever it is, failed to stop Oligar. Might be best to prepare and hunker down, kind of thing. Write that, give it a trip, and just
Say
be
your
like,
prayers.
if all doesn't go according to plan, and we don't succeed, can you get this to Winton?
I absolutely can. And he takes it and very carefully puts it away in a pocket. I give you my word. I'll get your letter back.
Thanks. Yeah, just warning somebody who can get a warning out to others. I feel pretty quickly.
He nods and kind of pulls back. You cast seeming on everybody else. You all have the appearance of various other humanoids with various levels of black tattoos, as however Nereus imagines that. It looks like you're
Rick
wearing.
has a giant fedora or like a pirate hat with a feather.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I am
Or-
the fanciest
God.
cultist.
Do you want the like wide brimmed hat or do you want a fedora?
Oh no, I want the giant floppy hat.
Okay.
Big floppy hat. Trip whistles and goes, if I didn't know you guys were you, I'd think you were them.
Right?
That's magic for you, finger guns.
Yeah. Good luck. And he and Crew 3 kind of like disappear into the forest. And the rest of you head up towards the front gates. And you get to the front gates.
I'm so nervous.
You're about 10 feet away, and Grig and Spoot, you can see that the guards are like looking at you, but they haven't said anything yet. But they are eyeing your approach.
We heard
looking at
that they were
something?
looking for shards here.
What was that?
Greg
What?
does the best impression of a cultist. We heard they're looking for shards here. It's almost time.
The guards look at each other and say, "You got another shard fragment?"
Yep. And I pull. Which one of these do I have that I'm
The
hanging on to?
phylactery?
I could pull out the phylactery.
Pull out the ice thing, the ice chunk thing.
That's true. No, I gave away the piece of the phylactery. And I pull out this ring with emerald fleck made from red sands metals.
Ah, cool. So you pull out this ring. Go ahead, make a deception check.
Big money.
With style advantage.
I'm going to say with advantage because you are very well disguised.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna use Flash of Genius and just like throw it out quick.
Okay.
Make sure it catches the light right.
Oh, thank God.
Oh
Okay.
my
21.
God.
21. They look at each other and go, "Good. The Ibn Shade can always use more. I think they've got enough for the ritual, but it's good to have more, I guess. Have you all
Is it today?
been here before?"
I did once.
Those of you
The
who
rest-
can't see the fortress can't hear the guards either, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh.
god!
Myself and my companion have been, but the rest of my party has never been here
was
before.
tried to
They
casually,
need
like,
to hit. They need to touch the
lean
gate.
on.
Very well. Bring them forth. And one by one, you all are brought forward, and you lay your hands. You feel your friends put them against the gate, and your eyes flash, and you see 20-foot-tall walls with guards dressed in black, and a dark sky above roiling in a storm that is flashing with different colors of lightning. And it's crazy because before this was a clearing, a much smaller clearing and just forest beyond. And now it is a massive, massive encampment with a huge
Behold
fortress.
the glory of Kraghold.
Olive looks up.
All praise to the Ibn Shade.
And say, "Wow, is
Praise.
the weather always like this year?"
Of course not.
No,
It's the
this
ritual.
is the ritual.
Haven't you been briefed?
Sorry, she's a no. She's a little forgetful.
Right. Of course.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
She also
it takes
plays-
all kinds. I get it. I mean, and he
Hit
kind
the
of points
head
to the
with a
archer
gun.
above him. Not the brightest piece of metal in the armor. You know what I'm saying?
Lots of concussions.
Hey.
She's the bagpipe player, if you know what I mean.
I don't, but sure.
Imagine an empty cave full of.
Would you like to hear them?
No.
No. Besides, you got to get that into the Ibn Shade.
Yeah, we need to report in.
Oh yeah. Right.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Come on.
Okay.
Quit wasting time.
Jared, question.
Uh-huh.
Now that I can see the storm, do I feel anything?
You do
I'm
not.
just
Daddy?
curious. Doesn't make me uncomfortable or anything. Daddy?
So it is unusual to you because when you normally see things like storms and like lightning and thunder,
Yeah.
you feel something to that. Like you have a connection to that type of weather and environ. You don't get that at all, and that in and of itself is off-putting because it's very unusual.
Okay. I was just curious because I remember out on those islands, the rain made me feel depressed.
Correct.
So I was just curious, if there was.
Yeah, there's not
Something.
that kind of a thing. It's more like it's disconcerting because you don't feel anything.
Got you.
And
Okay.
you feel like you should.
Fair.
But
Alright.
you all enter in. The gates open enough for you to enter, and one by one, tick, tick, tick. The 6 of you enter with a Garion.
Marching intimidatingly.
The resounding crash. You walk through a gateway and walls that are 10 feet thick.
Hey.
Before appearing in a courtyard outside. And as you look around,
That's sad.
as you look around the courtyard, that's where we're going to take a break.
Thank God.
Yay.
Yeah. So we're going to do a quick little fiver here. So thank you all very much for hanging out with us. And we will be back in 5 minutes. Just a quick little short rest. We'll be right back. See you in 5. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Hello, everyone. We are back. Thanks for sticking around. Sorry we took a little bit longer, but hey, that's the breaks. Get it?
Literally, the break.
And he's the boss.
That's right. Don't mess
Right.
with God.
Well, so you have all entered now the grounds. Hey, I've got it. Thank you for resubscribing at Tier 1 for 33 months as we went on break.
Oh.
What?
Yeah. So thank you, I've got it. 33 months.
That's more than a year.
Yes,
Yes,
it
we've
is.
been doing this for more than
It's
a year.
it's
Oh my
almost
God.
3 years actually.
Yep.
So thank
What?
you very much.
How old are we?
What is
Check the notes
time?
section of your character sheet.
Some of us are older than others.
Yes.
Is it Wednesday?
Yes.
Is it Wednesday? I guess it must be. I'm here.
You all enter the grounds of
Okay, great.
Kraghold.
Oh man.
Uh, through this entryway, you find that there are 4 kind of smaller buildings in your immediate vicinity, kind of 2 on either side. And you see that two of them seem to be kind of in ruins, but the 2 on what you know to be the western side are in much better repair and like state of being. And you can hear like voices coming from them. And looking around, you can see other groups of like 3 to 5 to maybe like 7 at the most, groups of shade reachers. These individuals clad in black. Some are clad in armor. A few are in robes and look more magically inclined. And it seems like there's a lot of arguments about where people are going to be sleeping tonight. And you also overhear with your incredible passive perception, Spoot, that people are also complaining that they have to, or like, they have to stay up, but they can't be where the action is because they're stuck down here on guard duty and patrol. Yeah. So there's a lot of them around.
That.
Yeah. So there's a lot of them. And you can see that yeah. They're mostly like they mostly look like mercenaries or guards. And a few have those like robes that indicate they might be spellcasters.
Cool.
But yeah,
do these buildings have like windows or doors?
Yeah.
Like, are they open? Can we see people in them, or are we just seeing people in the court?
Yeah. So the doors are closed, but the windows are, some of them are shuttered, some of them are not. And you see people moving in them. At least the ones on the western side.
Continuing to look dumb, Olive's going to wander over and peek.
Yeah, you peek in, and the first one you look into, it seems like there's a couple of people in there, like cleaning weapons and putting weapons on racks, and then like handing a weapon to someone else, who like swings it a couple times and then leaves. Seems to be like weapons locker kind of deal.
Is this where we're supposed to go, guys?
No, nope, this way.
Indeed
Okay.
not. For
You with the group?
in front of you, you see the central structure, this ziggurat type structure. It is very, very massive. It starts as a typical ziggurat. It seems to be like about 4 or 5, kind of a leveled pyramid. There's like big main doors on the front and kind of an entry ramp to go up. But what is interesting is it has 2 kind of spires, for lack of a better term, that come out of the back side of it and go directly up for hundreds of feet. And then it seems like there's some kind of structure on top of that. And then from this angle, you kind of get a different view walking around a corner, and you can see that there is like half of a bridge kind of cantilevered out behind the back of the ziggurat. And then going up, there's more structure. But below that far side of that cantilevered bridge, there is nothing. And there is no earthly way that that structure should maintain itself.
Well,
Hmm.
that
So-
Is that
it
coincidentally
that
where all the light is
super
coming
epic
from?
Thing.
Indeed, directly above that structure appears to be
Yep.
the center of this storm that is roiling above your immediate vicinity.
Well,
think we
let us
found it.
proceed to
Yeah,
show.
and every so often, with every colored lightning strike, there's that color of lightning kind of dimly flashes throughout the grounds. Red,
Well,
blue.
Hmm.
the tower. We must provide this shard. I
You're killing it,
whisper
Greg. We'll follow you.
conspiratorially.
Yeah, the fact that you look like Shade Reachers and the fact that you were let in, nobody stops you.
Boom.
So you go up to the main floor here. And what you see, the main entryway, it's got big carving. There's guards, because of course there are guards. There are always guards. And they stop you and say, "What can you do for you? Like, do you have
We've
business
come-
here?"
Yes, we've come to deliver an additional shard piece.
Oh, well. Make a persuasion check with advantage, Greg.
Can I slap him with
Uh,
guidance? Or is that going to be too obvious?
Persuasion is the thing I'm really bad at. So I'm going to use Clash of Genius no matter what.
Another 21.
Another 21.
That's not bad.
So it's like,
Look
very
at
well.
you, new party face.
You, this is the
Really
time.
getting this bits.
This is all about lying.
The ritual's been going on for days, so this is the time.
Yes.
And so it's like, open up the doors. And so they open up the doors. And you enter the main floor. And what you see is a wide open chamber with multiple columns within it, and like there's statues at the base of each column, and there's big statues around the outside. And on the far side, you see a large kind of like grand staircase kind of deal that splits into two, or rather, the staircase goes up, and then behind it there are two doors, like archways, that seem to go up to two other, like there's a left way and a right staircase kind of deal, like, but they're set in the thing, and based on the geography and the geometry of the structure, it looks like those columns go up, and then those are what the bridge up top is connected to, maybe? Because it's the only kind of vertical structure you see. It's a big, open, grand entryway that you are on here.
It's magic.
Are we-
It don't gotta make sense.
Indeed. And
Are we being ushered towards one stair or the other?
you're not being ushered anywhere. You are in this room. And as I said, there are columns with like statues around it. And there's fewer people milling about in here, but there are people around. The most interesting two that you see is a very tall Goliath that is
boy.
instantly recognizable to you all, speaking to a very large snake-like entity that has jewels and dripping fangs, and immediately with them is another set of familiar figures. The brash, chitty, chatty Goliath from Winton, and the orc in the kind of burnished plate armor that you fought saving Agarian from.
Mm.
The one that rode away on the Nightmare. And the four of them are having a discussion on the top of this dais on the other side of the room.
It appears that there is a way to avoid them.
They are on the dais, and the only ways up are directed for the. You can probably like hide behind columns, but there's not that many people in here. So if you hide behind columns,
We are so nonchalant right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Discussing favorite pie.
Yeah,
amazing
let's
pie
just.
charts.
I'm gonna give.
All's good is continue to look around with really wide eyes and try to build up.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
Don't give us.
I'm gonna just walk us purposefully toward them. Toward
You got this, Greg.
the steps.
Mhm.
And
You get about halfway, and one of the guards, one of the interior guardsmen who you walked past, kind of stands in front of you and puts a hand up. It says, "Fellow Shade Reachers, what is your purpose here today?"
we seek an assignment. We have just arrived.
Ah, well, I suppose the Lord Oligar is, of course, very busy at the moment. It's kind of the big night, and those pesky misfits are about. We anticipate an attack by them at any time. That's why we have summoned you all here. So your job is to be on guard.
Excellent. I turn around and I stand by the entrance.
Not here on the ground. That's where they will be coming from.
Oh, they told us to come here when we went out there because
Who
we
told you to
had
come
not-
here?
Well, they said that we could out in the hallway.
At the end, at the gate?
Yes, we were supposed to come to deliver.
Finar is an idiot. You can't get that man to do anything right.
They didn't know what they wanted us to do. Sorry.
Look, the general order is to be on guard.
Understood.
Now get out there and watch out for those misfits. There's 5 of them. The 6 of you should add more power to our group. Looks like you have a mix of casters and armaments, yes?
Yes.
Excellent. Glad you're here.
Us too.
Spood nods. Hmm.
Crap.
Olive tries to look menacing, leaning on her quarterstaff like she's.
Cool.
Spood hits Olive in the arm.
Guess we go back.
So you turn to leave, and what's everybody's passive perception at the moment?
Mine's
10.
only 10.
24.
22. I have not.
Olive and Spoot.
13.
Wait, what?
As you all turn around to head back towards the outside and patrol, you hear something. And what the 2 of you hear is the flick of a tongue.
Oh boy.
Rapid and quick. And then again. Flip, flip. And you turn and you see that snake entity kind of slither up to the center of the dais and kind of raise itself up. And it looks back at Oligar, who is staring kind of confusedly at it. Shuzaxa smells turtle.
Oh shit.
And Oligar goes, "Bar the gates immediately!" And
We bar the gates.
Shit.
and the gates in front of you
We go help
close.
bar the gates. Oh shit.
There must be here. Shuzaxa smells them.
Oh boy.
And you see this snake entity, you see magic, arcane energies roil off of it, and a burst covers the entire room. And Shuzaxa needs to make her first roll in this form here.
What is it? Bone form or is there flesh form now?
It didn't sound like bones.
It is not bones. It is flesh and dripping fangs and kind of green and red
That scary lady.
and kind of like a mohawk fin kind of down the back of the entire snake. And very like beautiful but terrifying humanoid woman face.
This is that scary snake. Gave her bone and now she's whole again.
Yep.
Indeed.
Yeah, so remember that time that we saved the entire party, but then we created a monster?
Yep, this is
I
the
do.
monster.
I do
do.
remember that time.
I do. I remember. It has never left me. It has haunted me for years.
Years.
I think
Wait a minute.
Olive actually has no idea.
It's true.
No,
Olive would
you
not
don't.
know.
No.
But that Olive's playing the part very well.
I mean, Olive continues to look dumb because she legit has no idea who this crazy person is, but looks scary.
Yeah, Greg
Oh,
is
okay.
still selling the guard thing. I went to go bar the doors.
I'm the turtle, says Drake.
Yeah.
That's right. Where is he?
So, this wave of arcane energy kind of goes off, and the illusion you are all under shimmers and flickers.
Yeah.
It does not disappear,
Ooh.
but it
That's good.
flickers and wavers, but it's enough for Shuzaxa and Oligar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oligar points to the group of you and says, "Kill them." And then turns around and then looks at Shuzaxa and says, "We should ensure that if they get through these ones, we stop them on the bridge." And he and Shuzaxa pull back and begin going up the stairs as weapons are drawn around you, and those two other individuals, the orc and the Goliath, take up positions at the front of those doorways, blocking them.
So we can't immediately pursue.
So
Like,
there is a cluster of people coming around you. Archers have pulled up and drawn. This all happens in like a moment. You get this vignette of Oligar and Shuzaxa retreating, and seconds later the other two, and they each go up different stairways. And
Why?
then one follows the other a few moments later, and I need everyone to roll initiative.
So to be clear,
Okay.
Oligar, Sneaky Lady have each gone up a step, and the Orc and the Goliath have each gone up a step.
Correct. And they have disappeared up into...
Great. We're surrounded by dude boys.
General guards.
Right.
Indeed so.
We're in fireball territory.
And they are kind of all
First, ask
around
questions
you.
later.
Actually, I'm gonna spend a sorcery point and reroll that. Let's see if I can blow shit up faster.
At the moment, I
That's
need to
much
roll
better.
something. I can't get D&D. Yeah.
I'll take an 18.
Very cool, very cool, very cool.
I'm so sorry.
Wow.
I can't get D&D beyond the load.
Amber, is it fireball time?
I'm pretty
You should fireball. I'm
pretty
gonna
sure it's
protect
just a
her.
straight D20.
And then fireball. Not messing around.
So that's a fun plan. But remember, you are in the center of this entire area. So
Olive's going to wave her quarterstaff threateningly at the nearest person to her, like the nearest one of us.
Are you like?
She's not-
Pectoral, says Olive.
Are you trying to like play along? Is that like your deal?
Yeah, I'm trying to play along and be like, oh, we're supposed to kill these people.
Cool.
How long this will last, but you know.
Cool. Well, then I know what I will ask you for at the start of your turn.
Your allegiance.
Give me your allegiance. Or die, half-orc.
Not the first time Mulligars tried to get us to join them.
No, I mean, he would have been very happy.
Maybe that's what we should have been doing this whole time, just been working on the inside.
Yeah.
Oh well, alternate reality.
Es posible. All right. I will bring you all over to here. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Let's see. I think this works. Here we go.
Oh yes, here we are.
All right. Here we go. Ah, yes. And battle begins. All right. So. Ooh. Gee Willikers. Cool. Let's see. All right. Lot of variance in this initiative order. It's gonna be fun. So the first thing that happens, these two archers on the ground off either side here, they draw, and one will fire at Nereus and the other will fire at Greg. The first one fires once at Nereus. Maybe. That's a natural 20.
Yikes.
So it will use its Archer's Eye to give some extra damage to that. Not much. So Nereus, that is a total of 11 piercing damage as an arrow sinks into your chest. And another attack, a 12 will miss you.
All right, so just the 11.
So just the 11. Greg, 2 attacks. Ping pong. They go wide. Like one like clips through your illusion because your armor class is 15.
It's only 14.
Then one of them would hit you.
Okay.
Unless you want to do anything.
No.
All right.
Yes. No.
Yes. No.
No.
Okay. Ching! An arrow digs into your shoulder. You thought you had dodged it, but it was just enough for 9 piercing damage.
Cool.
Very cool. Next up, this guy here who had like stopped you all steps up right up to defect here, and he pulls out his long sword and short sword and just begins having at defect. However, everything misses except for the short sword. The short sword comes in, deals you 4 slashing damage, which gets reduced because of your belt, even though you're not ranging yet. So that's 2 damage. Then the other guards rush in to start hammering away on the rest of you. I can just get there. Look at that. All right. So they just all come in and start wailing. The first one, a long sword against Nereus. That's a 19 to hit.
Field.
Ching! Cackling off of your shield. It bounces back. The second Spoot with a 10 bounces off of your shield. Short sword back to Nereus. That's a 16. Ping! Off of the shield. Next one makes all his attacks on Agarian. Well, the next two do, actually. One would hit for some damage to Agarian, and also a little more with the short sword. And the next one misses with the long sword and the short sword against Agarian. The next one, one sword swing for Spoot. That is a miss with a natural 1. Swings off, clips his buddy next to him. Deals him a little bit of damage. The next long sword is also going to go for Spoot because he's pissed off. That's a 21 to hit you, Spoot.
That hits.
For 6 points of slashing damage. And then the short sword, 17, you manage to deflect it off of the shield. And the final one, that is a long sword for Olive. That is a natural 1. He ends up pinging the guy next to him back. It's like a game of Who's Your Daddy? Second long sword attack at Grig. That's a 12, which will miss. Short sword back to Olive. That's a 17 to hit you, Olive.
Ouch.
For 5 slashing damage. And that brings us next to Nereus. Or, sorry, between Nereus and Grig, who has the higher dex?
Greg.
Sorry.
I have a 3.
So, Grig, you are up next.
Excellent. My little cannon is going to come out and say hello.
Excellent. We'll get
and
some
it's going
chomper
to
out
hop
here.
into this empty square next to me.
Bonk, there's your chomper.
Chomper. It will be Protector. Everybody gets 9 temporary hit points.
Thanks, Chomper.
So that's a 10-foot radius?
10-foot radius.
Nice.
Includes Garion. And then it's going to
It's 10, right?
9.
9.
9 temporary hit points for everybody.
9, sorry.
And it's gonna hang out there. And I am going to... Did we decide? I always forget. Can I shape Thunderwave so it misses Olive where I am? Or could I if I like?
If you cast it, like, in this direction, you can cast it, you know... where's the damn thing? I don't know where the tool is anymore. There it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
sometimes...
you can cast it, like, in this direction.
Cool. I've had some DMs be like, yes, of course you can face a particular way or not, but...
Well, I believe so, because it's a 15-foot cube emanating from you, right?
Yeah.
That's Thunderwave?
Yeah, so it's like whether you're the center of it or the edge of it.
In a 15-foot cube originating from you. So yeah, I think you can make yourself the side of a cube.
Perfect. Then yes, I will do Thunderwave. Just trying to boop this sucker.
Yeah, cool. So he makes a con save.
Wait, I can't do that. What am I doing? I just did an action. Never mind, the end. That's the end.
Oh,
of my
right, because it's
turn.
an action to bring out Chomper.
Yes, and it's a bonus action to use him the first time.
That's
or use
right.
him.
All right,
sorry.
then
Just ahead of
then we
myself.
are on to Nereus.
I am going to use...
Defect is on deck-ish.
Hit anybody.
Did you get mine by any chance? Because it wasn't auto-loading at the time.
I did not. What is yours, Spoot?
Straight 10.
Great, thank you.
Oh, I thought
All
it
right.
might be the 16.
Yeah, I assumed it was this.
All right. If I put a fireball like right here, I can snag these 3.
I believe so. Fireball. Pachow.
Question. What's this thing? I missed it.
That's the same as the thing that's currently in your fireball.
Yeah, but what is it?
Seems to be some a individual with a very nice looking longbow.
Oh, it's
Good.
also got a longbow. Okay, I couldn't tell if it was a caster. All right. So yeah, fireball.
All right, yeah. So those 3 will make dexterity saves. Let's see. Okay. Uh-huh. Very nice. And cool. So the one up top here seems very dexterous and manages to avoid most of the damage. Go ahead, roll.
All right,
Are you going straight fire, or are you doing any other crazy things?
just fire for now. We're gonna re-roll the 1 to 6 points.
All right, so we're down to 14. Go ahead, re-roll those dice.
Was that all 5? Honestly, that was wow. 5d6. Much better.
Yeah, I would say so. So down to 14 plus 20 would be 34 plus 3, 37. So 37 points of damage. Woo! Nelly. All right. 37 points of damage to these slow, sad individuals. And what's half of 37? 18.
Yeah. And then all enemies within 10 feet of me take another 6 lightning damage.
Whoa.
Oh, really? Oh, because you damaged with the spell, right?
Yeah, because I cast the spell.
Cool. So it's only 1 at the moment. So just this guy up here.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, that guy's within 10 feet.
Oh, it's within 10 feet.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
that is a different set of bananas. Damn.
Yeah, they just take a flat. It's only 6 points.
No, but it's still cool. You gotta understand,
It is
most
cool.
people
Glad
in
you're
this world, most people in the world would have been immolated by that. So, like, that's real good. All right, cool.
Wait, not the ones we're fighting, but
I was gonna say.
One would only
we're not
hope.
fighting most people.
What do we think they have? I'm curious what this level of person has.
Very cool. Anything else, Nereus? As the fireball rescinds.
No. That's it.
All right, so you all get cornered off, and the bosses give their exit while these other ones come ting, ting, ting. A melee erupts on you. A few arrows fly. Nereus reaches out. Big explosion. And then we got these bitches up here. They're gonna. One of them, this guy who just like took some of the fire damage, is gonna come right in, line up against you, and he's just gonna, yeah, gonna fire at you with his
Understandable.
longbow.
As he limps.
He's going to use one of his
I am the
abilities as a
tank
bonus
after all.
action. He's going to add an extra D10 to this attack. Not that he needs to. That's a 26 to hit.
I think that hits.
So that is 19 piercing damage.
Jesus.
whoa.
Second attack, that's a 23 to hit
Mm-hmm.
for 17 piercing damage,
Mm-hmm.
and a 15 to hit.
Field.
Right, you had cast your shield already, right? So
Yeah, and I just
and
used
you
my
and you just
turn,
had your
I
turn,
got
so
my
you use your reaction.
reaction
Yep. So
back.
ching, it sends the arrow flying away. This next one kind of moves down and kind of behind this pillar over here, and peeks out to fire at Grig. Because he saw you popped out some crazy thing that's doing something magical, and he doesn't know what it is. So that's an 18 to hit you, Grig.
I'm gonna shield.
Ping. So that brings you up to
19.
19.
Yep.
Then all three of his attacks miss. They all ping, 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 bounce off the shield.
No, thank you.
Wild times.
Did you?
So the next thing that happens, these two statues right here begin to move,
Don't like that.
and they both come to life. And move in. Here they are. Yeah. So these statues, which look to be of like kind of like crazy, like shrunken humanoids with like squat bodies and spiky skin. It's very weird looking. But this first one moves right in to this spot here, making a slam attack against Defect. That is a 19 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
For 11 bludgeoning damage, reduced to 5. And you are knocked prone.
Okay.
This one comes right up to Nereus and slams into him. That's a 25 to hit. They rolled really well. For 7 bludgeoning damage. And Nereus, you are also knocked prone.
Great.
And that is their turn, and we go to Defect.
All right.
All of you are on deck, followed by Spoot.
Defect will rage.
Okay.
And get up.
Yeah.
He's gonna go after the guy that knocked him prone.
Sure, go for it.
And Defect will be reckless.
Okay.
And he'll do his weapon master feat, so -5 plus 10.
Great, go for it.
The
22
to
will
hit.
absolutely hit for 21 damage.
And swing number 2.
Oh, yeah.
18 to hit.
An 18 will hit.
Perfect. So that's another
21 damage.
21 points of damage.
Very cool. Yeah, 2 solid hits into this statue. It looks like it's almost resistant to it, but the magic in your axe kind of pushes through.
Mm-hmm.
And it is damaged heavily. Well done. Next up, we have Olive. Olive, it seems your ruse to try to like point to someone else just left them an opening. They were told to kill that group of people, and that's what they're going to do.
Cool. Olive is going to cast Bark Skin on herself because, boy howdy, is her armor class shitty.
All right.
And that's unfortunately an action. So she's going to just wave the black blade at the guy and say, "Hey, what'd you hit me for?"
Make a deception check with disadvantage. Just to see how bad this is.
Oh, real bad. Oh yeah.
You,
Nobody is fooled.
with the flat of the blade as you're wailing it around, like, why are you hitting me? You actually, like, whack Spoot in the back of the head.
Sorry, Spoot.
Doesn't do any damage. He just gets conked. And with that, Spoot, it is your turn.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna do?
What are you going to do?
Spirit Guardians.
I got
Yes!
the turtles.
All right.
Turtle time.
It's time. I should have done this sooner.
All right, yeah. So, boop. Spoot's got the Guardians.
I waited all this time to pretty much do that and then wait for their next turn because I don't think I should move and I can't do anything else.
Okay. So, the next thing that happens is you hear a tearing sound in like space right in front of the steps here, and two misshapen creatures appear out of like tears in the fabric of reality almost.
Mm-hmm.
This first one over here is like this
Oh,
mash-toothed, tentacled, bug-legged, spiky carapaced thing. The one next to it is a multi-armed, multi-limbed thing with like a spiked tongue and just horrible spikes and jaws in places they should not be.
oh, I don't like that.
So these creatures that just look like warped horribleness just exit and go charging in. They will, of course, have to make a save against your turtles there, Spoot. What's the DC?
18.
All right. Very cool. Very cool. They both fail. So go ahead, roll damage for these guys.
Excellent. Oh, how do I do that?
Yep. So
Did that go? It should be doing it in D&D Beyond only. So
yep.
I
So
don't know if you see it.
20 points of no. Oh no, that's the fireball from Nereus. It did not roll.
Interesting.
So you just cast it at
There it
third
goes, there
level,
it goes.
right?
Correct. 13? That was not much.
Okay, 13 damage. Very nice. Yeah. They each take 13 damage.
And their movement is half.
Yep. They only get into the first area of the turtles, but that seems to be what they were going for. So this first one here against Nereus, the tongue reaches out and dives down towards you with this barbed tongue. That's a 16 to hit, but you cast shield, so ching, the shield protects you there. And then it comes down with a crazy claw attack. That is a 20 to hit.
That just hits.
All right, so the claw manages to tear through the shield, raking down your body for 8 slashing damage. This other one, this tentacle one, reaches out with a tentacle to grab you, Grig. That is a 24 to hit.
Yep.
You take 6 bludgeoning damage, and the tentacle wraps itself around you, and you become grappled and restrained.
Okay.
So really, you're restrained because the restraint is above the grapple. So you're just like immediately like wrapped around and squeezed by it, and it reaches out its big fangy maw to bite you. But that is a well, when you're restrained, do you grant advantage when you're restrained? I don't remember. I think maybe not.
I don't remember. I think it might.
I know Dex is at disadvantage.
Dex is at disadvantage. Checking. Attack rolls have advantage. Yeah, but that's it. So, yeah, so that would be a 24 to hit. For 11 piercing damage, as you are bit by this horrible tentacle maw-y thing. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
10.
You are poisoned.
That's good.
Which means that you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay.
So you're in a rough spot right now.
Sounds good.
Next up is finally at the bottom of the initiative order with a 1. We have a Garian.
Oh no!
Up, Gary.
Indeed, a Garian did not roll well on his initiative today. But he's got 3 folks around him, and so he's just going to start laying into one. He pulls out his greatsword. 3 attacks. Boom, boom, boom. All 3 hit the first guy. Ooh, that is mighty. And yeah, 3 solid attacks. This guy can't block the greatsword. It's shining with each strike and glowing, and it's like this guy is like really messed up by all that jazz. All right. Back to the top. You all hear a gong start to sound. Bong, bong. Who knows what
Probably
that?
a bad sign.
Who knows what that means?
Who knows?
Nothing good.
Cool. The archers reposition themselves, and they're both going to go right after Spoot. This first one is going to use his thing to up his attack. So let's see if that helps him at all. That is a 19 to hit you, Spoot. For 10 piercing damage to you. Second attack is a 24 for another 10 piercing damage.
Gotcha.
So make 2 Constitution saving throws for me. DC's 10. Which you are almost guaranteed to make.
Oh boy, I wish I hadn't said that.
Rolling.
That was
13.
close.
You're fine.
One more.
Yeah, you can really only fail this on a nat 1.
Well, I'm glad you said that.
Oh, God. Well, there's
You're
the
the
nat
worst.
1. Sorry. So, Spirit Guardians, unfortunately, the turtles.
Damn it. These
Advantage.
guys were, I'm guessing, the ones standing outside, the turtles.
Yes, these were this was this archer down over here. The other one also fires at you, Spoot. Because they fire at the same time. The first one is a 25 to hit for 11 piercing damage. The second is an 18, which bounces off of your shell harmlessly. Ting!
What was the first damage? Sorry.
11.
Gotcha. Oops, I don't know what I just rolled, but you can ignore it.
A strength check, apparently. Cool. So, next up, we have our Swordy McSwordersons. And they are just going to attack. This one's got Advantage on defect. That's a 23 to hit for 11 slashing, reduced to 5. A 21 for 10, reduced to 5. Whoops. And the short sword is a 15 for a miss. This one up here is going to take advantage of a prone Nereus.
Many people want to do that.
Hey, a 12 will not do it. A 15?
No,
But
with shield.
you have shield up, right? So
Yeah.
it ping bounces off the shield, and the short sword, not even close. Your shield doing its job, the runes on your skin doing their job, all hunky dory. This guy up here, Agarian. Let's see. Agarian's made mincemeat of him. So he hits Agarian once for not too much damage. 9 points of damage, not too bad. The next one also at Agarian. Misses with the long sword twice. Misses with the short sword. And then the next one at Spoot. Oh, that's a natural 20 on Spoot. For 17 slashing damage. And then against Agarian, a 12 will bounce off. And then the short sword on Agarian is an 11. Spoot, did you hear that?
I heard 17.
17 damage. The next one makes an attack on Olive. That's a 21 to hit for 10 damage. 10 slashing damage. A 9 to hit.
Hey, that misses.
Short sword. The short sword is a 24 to hit for another 8 slashing damage. And go ahead, make 2 con saves, DC 10.
Oh, great.
Unfortunately, the bark skin
wears right on off. Did no
fades
good.
away.
Cool.
Wow. Rough time. Good job for them, though. Greg, we're up to you. You are
Give it up for the villains, huh?
you are restrained and poisoned. You walked into their stronghold.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I am restrained and poisoned.
You are.
So I am going to use my action to get out of the restraint. Okay. Well, here's the thing. Like, I
Yeah,
wanna
you can
cast
make either an
Concentrate,
acrobatics or athletics
but
check
I
to
would
get
have
out.
to, like,
But you're
yeah.
poisoned, so you're at disadvantage. It's a rough combo.
Fine. I will do lesser restoration on myself. Boring.
All right. You remove the poisoned condition from yourself.
Fine. And then I'm gonna have bonus action. I'm playing the long game. It'll be so long. Protector! If you have lost your temp, go to 5. 5 is now the highest temporary hit points to the whole gang.
Thank you.
We need to just get out of here, is what I say next. Move forward.
All right.
We don't have to kill them all.
Aw.
Nereus.
So I have a question.
Yes, you are prone on the ground, by
gift-
the way.
Right. The gift from my dad.
Mhm.
How destructive is it?
You don't know.
Do I know if it will hit my allies?
You have no idea. You literally don't know what it does. You can just feel it within you.
It's fine. Just do it.
I can dodge it. I can
You
take
can
it.
dodge a wrench.
If I can dodge a wrench, I can dodge your dad's destructive powers
Right.
hiding within you.
Right. Well, this is as good as a time as any. All right. Nereus is just gonna stand up from prone
Uh-huh.
and just be like, I really didn't want to waste this yet, but good as time as any, and I guess I'm gonna explode.
Nereus, in this moment, you tap into a gift from your celestial father, from Chalk himself.
Mm-hmm.
You tap into that, and you don't know what it does. It's dangerous. It could be bad for everybody and everything you care about. What is the purpose of you doing this? Like, what are you thinking about when you unleash this gift?
Protecting the group from everything around them.
Nereus emits lightning, and not just lightning like he normally does when he fireballs and turns it into lightning, or does any of those other weird, crazy things that he does that's very storm themed. From his fingertips, lightning bolts fire. From his eyes, lightning flashes. From all around him, from deep within his chest, thunder roars in this moment. And snakes of lightning shoot off in all directions and then curve around, diving into the enemies that surround all of you. Nereus, I need you to roll 20d6 for me.
Holy fuck.
Oh, jeez. Save some for defect.
This affects all enemies within 60 feet.
Damn.
Oh. That's a lot of them.
Meanwhile, Grig is dying. You're just like,
My skin turns green and I start flying around on a broom in a
Cool.
windstorm.
yeah.
Or no, a bicycle.
Cool. So that is 76 damage.
Jeez.
Do it again! Do it again!
So, a couple things happen here. This archer over here gets skewered by one of the lightning javelins. All of the sword wielders around you fall dead to the ground, electrocuted, fried, and just utterly obliterated. Even those who had not yet been hit just fall to the ground, their swords clattering, their flesh charred and smoking. I need to
Why do I
check.
feel like I just overkilled it and should have saved it?
No,
I
this is
don't
the
know.
right
No.
choice.
Yeah.
There are too
Cool.
many. Too many.
This statue gets blasted apart by your actions, by your
I was about to say, it's either
condition.
you or me, and that was way better.
The other one, actually, they both do. They both get blasted apart. The crazy monster things take the damage, but don't seem to take as much. It seems like they might be resistant to it, you might say. I have some quick math here. Okay. Still very, very hurt. You will note there was no saving throw involved in this. Thank you, I've got it.
Spy can't wait for power word kill. There is no saving throw.
Yeah, well, this was a gift from a celestial entity to their son, so, you know. There's some damage.
Wait, so all these hoes up here are still alive?
I haven't gotten to them yet.
Oh, okay.
We'll find out. The two that were guarding the gates get skewered by lightning, and they fall down dead. The other 3 archers get messed up. They look really fucking roasted, but they're still standing, along with the 2 crazy creature-y things. And Nereus, you alight back down onto the ground, because when you launched out these things, you kind of rose up as just the electrical energy kind of made you float, and you touch back down on the ground. That is your action, Nereus. Anything else on your turn?
Bonus action.
That was dope.
Gary's just kind of bends over, like hands on his knees, just like, do you guys take the rest, please?
That was sick.
I think we can handle that now.
I want to do that
To
when I
wipe
grow
someone's
up.
body.
Yeah,
Can you
that
not be
was
my dad?
supremely impressive. The archers who got roasted by you are not happy, and they are terrified of you. Nears, make an intimidation check for me. With advantage, because you just fried the entire fucking room.
Not proficient in intimidation, shockingly.
You're too sweet.
I'm dead. I'm gonna re-roll that because that's just unacceptable.
Okay, go ahead,
Just
do the
immediately
reroll.
Just like for the
You just
timing.
look
No.
really tired.
Okay, that's better. 24.
Great. Yeah, so they are terrified. All of their attacks against you, they are frightened of you, are going to be at disadvantage.
Perfect.
But
And then the things from Dead Space are still just.
they look like they don't have a sense of self necessarily. Like, they charged into Spoot's spell aura without anything. They hurt, but they didn't get as hurt as the others did from your
Fair.
lightning.
Okay.
So, at disadvantage, that's a dirty 20 on the first attack. For 15 piercing damage from an arrow.
On me?
On you, yes.
Shield. No, wait, you said it's a dirty 20?
It's a dirty 20, yeah.
Oh, never mind then.
A 9 will miss, and a 19 will hit, unless you
Shield.
shield. Pshing! Alright, the next one, 3 attacks. Ooh. All miss. One of them is a natural 1. Sticks into the little guy off to the side here. Let me just check his damage. Okay, so actually, cool. Wow, yeah. The statues are destroyed. We go to defect.
Yes. Defect breathes a sigh of relief that there are still some left for him to kill. And he will move this way and attack this guy here.
So you move, and
Mhm.
this guy over here, its
Has
tongue
reached.
dashes out at you. Yes, its barbed tongue has a reach, apparently. That is a natural 20 on you.
Mhm.
You take 7 reduced to 3 points of piercing damage. You are grappled and pulled 5 feet towards it. So you are pulled back, actually.
I don't think it knows what it was doing.
Probably not.
As Defect turns around and
But
says,
as has been established, they do not seem to
Yeah,
have a
without
strong
thought.
sense of self.
all right, well, change of plans.
But you are grappled, and like the tongue is like wrapped around your wrist and is like sticking in you, like it's got sharp barbs on it.
Ow.
I'm grappled.
Yep.
0.
Actually, you would actually not be right next to it. You would be here, but you can move into its space.
Yeah, so yeah, I'll do that. I'll move into its space.
Yeah. Well, actually, your speed becomes 0, but like it's a tongue, So yeah, your speed is 0, and you're kind of stuck there. But its tongue is wrapped around you at the same time, so you've negated its attack. Nice.
Wait, are you saying I can't move to it?
You cannot move to it. So you can attempt to attack the tongue if you want, but it will be more difficult. Because any kind of like called shot like that is way more difficult.
I guess I have no choice.
Does it move him 5 feet after he moves away, or does it stop him before he moved and then pull him 5 feet?
Yeah, so he moved towards the other thing, and it wrapped around and like kept him there. And it's like
pull him back.
Yeah, so it pulled him back to where he started from.
All right, I guess I'll just have to go for the tongue.
Got this.
I'll be reckless.
Cool. Go ahead, roll an attack.
Dirty 20 to hit.
A dirty 20 will not hit the tongue.
Swing number 2. 25.
25 will absolutely hit the tongue.
Okay.
You deal 15 damage to it. That will be enough to make it like release the grapple. So the grapple is broken now.
Okay. I will use my remaining turn to move back over here.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
And that's my turn.
All right,
Can't
we
do
go
anything
to
else.
Olive.
Cool. Olive is going to sneak in on there.
Yeah. No one around to stop you.
Yeah. And she is just going to reach out and turn her nails into terrible things and strike out at
Unfortunately, a 12 is not enough to claw through the thick, kind of carapacey hide of this thing.
That's sad.
All right. Spook.
Cool. She's going to turn around and throw a first level healing word at Grig, who looks a little sad there. So,
Right.
Grig, you get 6 points of healing.
Greg, you get
Thanks.
6 points. That's wonderful. Spoot, we are up to you.
Sorry. This will have to be my last one, unfortunately, but let's see what I can do.
Yeah, we're going to finish this round, and then we will call it for the night.
Where was I? Sorry, my roll 20 was not cooperating entirely. How close am I to Greg? Close?
You're right next to
With
them.
a
Yes, right next to her.
Greg still needs to be ungrappled from this monster, yeah?
Yeah, they are restrained by the one of the tentacles of this thing.
Excellent. Believe what I could do. Either attack the tongue or help Greg get out, right? Greg can make a strength saving throw on their turn to get out, or I can assist, question mark?
If you want to use your turn, you can make a strength check or an athletics check to try to break the grapple.
I wonder if that's going to be better than me just straight up attacking it. Probably.
It's up to you.
I don't know if I've done this before. Can I Sacred Flame the tongue? Have I pinpointed to something like that before with cantrip?
So it's a tentacle.
Cynical.
It will essentially you'd be doing it on the creature.
Yeah, I gotcha. They would be making
Because
a
like
save. Yeah.
you can try to do an attack on like a melee attack on a body part, but like a general spell like this doesn't really work that well.
Yeah, that's fair. Why don't I try to break them free?
Great.
With
Make an
my
athletics
action.
check.
Straight up strength check, yeah?
Athletics.
Oh no, athletics, sorry. Yes. Same for me, turns out.
Well, a dirty
What does that
20 will certainly do it. You grab this tentacle and pull it apart, and the tentacle goes flying back. Grig is no longer restrained.
Thanks, buddy.
So no one is restrained, correct?
Correct. Good use of
Quick
action.
question. Quick question. Do I know anything about these things? Are they fiends? It sounded like they came from another dimension.
Make an Arcana check.
Sorry if I'm. What am I trying to say? Might be doing too much. Arcana check. I think I'll use my. Never mind.
With a natural one, unfortunately, no. You don't know what these are.
Did I
Because
hurt myself in the process?
no, you just don't know. It's all crazy and hectic, and like these things, like you were in a bad spot, and then you got hit by an arrow, and you lost your spell, and then Nereus shot lightning like a fucking arquebus. Like it was crazy. So there's a lot going on right now. I don't think Spoot. Well, actually, Spoot, were you? Remind me, because Jared forgets. Were you part of the group that helped? Damn it. Back in Fey Harbor, when Adis went back in time, were you part of that group?
Back there.
I know it was Grig,
we
but I
were
can't
in-
remember if it was Defect or Spoot.
Yes, when we went into that like mind trance thing and saw
Yeah.
the temple get blown apart.
Yeah. So
Yes.
then, Spoot, you would know without having to make any kind of checks. These creatures are very similar to those. Those crazy amalgamated things that attacked Adis's town, or that village that you all went to. Very, very similar. Like, probably identical,
Weird.
except none of those two things were the same.
Yeah, that's fair.
Probably.
Definitely not
Cool.
merging dimensions and.
But
Definitely
you
what
would
it
know
sounds
that
like, isn't
those
it?
things were a result of spell storms.
Gotcha. For now, so I don't know how I should decipher that just yet. Let me give some healing to Greg. So let's do a.
Okay.
Actually, let's do a lot of people. Everyone's been hurt, right?
Quite a few.
Yeah, but I should be okay.
You could say that.
There's
not-
I
time.
thought you were the tank, Nereus.
You know what? It's
That-
funny. Like,
That's why my health is so low.
for the guy that
Let's go ahead
should
and
be
get this
taking
out
all
of
the
the way.
damage, I'm okay actually. So
I mean,
Well,
you just lost
it'll be
most of this room.
collateral damage. The only person I don't remember getting hit is our sixth party member. So pretty sure
Garian's
with
been
mass
hit.
cure wounds. Why?
You got hit
Oh,
pretty
he has
bad.
been. Okay, how many people? 6 creatures. Well, it doesn't matter. I can choose 6 creatures. Great. Mass cure wounds,
All right.
including myself.
Everybody gets 24 hit points. Good job.
What?
Whether you like it or not.
That's more than I
That's
need.
madness. That's way more than I needed.
Great.
Boom.
Do you have any more, sir?
Don't complain.
We donate our extra hit
Ah.
points to Nereus.
Make sure you give it
Right.
to yourself
Doesn't
as
work
well,
that way.
Spoot.
Yeah, done. That's
And-
it for me.
Anything else? Nope. All right.
Oh wait, no, I'm a crazy fool. Sorry, I misread that. That is not the bonus action you won. That is the action you won. So that would have to be downgraded to a mass healing word instead.
Oh no.
So you won't be getting
that-
near as many
I
as you
mean-
thought you did.
In that case, definitely do you have any more, sir?
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
All right. So go ahead. Roll your mass healing word.
7.
Everybody gets 7 hit points, not 24. So
Still
remove
more
those
than I
24,
needed.
take the 7. Then we have these crazy amalgamation things. Yeah. So Nereus, the one next to you, is going to bite you. That is a 14 to hit, which will miss. It's going to claw you. That is a 19, but I think you cast your shield, right?
Yeah.
So the claws scrape down your lightning shield.
Wait. I think I've been playing this game horribly wrong. Every time I cast a spell of first level or higher, all creatures. So also whenever I cast shield.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
I just realized that.
Nice.
I've been playing this whole game wrong.
Yeah,
Doing
so
damage
great.
everything I do.
It took a little bit of lightning damage. I didn't seem too bothered by it when you cast shield. But it misses you with its claws and its bite. The next one, defect has appeared and made it hurt. So it is going to tentacle defect. That is a 25 to hit. Defect, you take 9 bludgeoning, reduced to 4. And you are restrained by the tentacle. And then it's going to try to bite you, because why wouldn't it? That is a natural 20 on the bite. This one's good. That is 16 piercing, reduced to 8. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Is this for poison?
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, because I have advantage on poison.
Wonderful.
So
24 will do it every time. Well done indeed. And then poor little Agarian. Agarian surveys
He's
the
not that
area.
little.
Well, he's not little, but he has been having a little bit of fun. He's going to risk an attack rushing right by the amalgamation thing. It's going to try to send out a crazy, like, insectoid claw at him. It will bounce off of his armor. And he's going to greatsword up this archer here. Is what he's going to do. Swing! That's a miss on a 9. But that'll do it. He takes out this archer, and then moves towards the next one. And that is where we will end tonight's session at the top of round in the midst of a combat. Craziness with all kinds of crazy shit from Nereus and everything else.
Fucking rocking it.
Well
Seriously.
done, everybody.
Too many enemies. Massive attack is what there is.
Indeed. Fantastically
Well,
done.
the only things I could think of was it would just kill the enemies, or just all of us just blaze
Well,
of
I mean,
glory.
at that point, right? Hopefully it just brings the whole damn tower down.
Well,
I mean, it was really cool.
fucking good job. As I've got it says, thanks, Daddy.
Thank you,
Can
Daddy.
he be my dad?
As you were on the ground, you saw a couple of things scrawled. Like there was like graffiti left on the ground. One was IGT plus CTD. More power, no problems. This weird thing.
Weird.
But it was there.
Hey, Spoot, I think I picked a god.
My daddy.
Yeah.
Oh, Nereus' daddy, please look out for all of us in these times of trial and trouble.
Please destroy my enemies.
Yeah.
Fucking baller.
You know,
like,
all things considered, I'm not even.
honestly, like, y'all went into like a busy room in the base of a tower. It's where all the guards would be.
Yeah.
And that was a good time to fucking take out the mooks.
Perfect.
I will tell you, at full health, the swords guards had 75 hit points, and you did 76 damage.
Wow.
So, good on you.
Nice.
Good on you.
Yeehaw.
Boom.
all
Suckers.
right, well, Thank you all for sticking around. We went a little bit long. Let's go around, say some goodbyes, and we'll figure out who we're gonna raid. Let's start with our beloved Turtle Cleric Sans video. But Matt, we know you're here. Take it away, Spoot.
He's probably with Abuela.
Yeah, and
He probably threw out the
That is
chocolate.
exactly what it was.
Oh.
Hi,
Did she hit you? Or not yet?
exactly, not yet.
I guess he did.
Okay, she was telling me good night, not even lying.
Oh.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, Spoot.
Good night, Spoot.
I gotta run, but thank y'all. See y'all next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
night, bro.
Safe travels.
Next up, we got Nereus.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll just see you next week. Don't know what's gonna happen.
Who's to say? And Olive.
Oh, hey, that's me. I've been Olive. Thanks for watching. Follow us on all the social media things. We're pretty much everywhere because social media is a giant scattershot at the moment. But we are NuuliForged wherever you get your social media. And you can also watch our past episodes on YouTube. Also, search for Nuuli Forged. There we are. Watch us. Surely you've got some free time.
Wonderful. Very cool. Then we got Greg.
I am Greg. And also Amber. And, yeah. Nope. All hail Grack? Crack. Grok? What's his name?
Nearest
Chalk?
got it. I think that's what you said.
Chalk.
Chalk?
All hail daddy.
Chalk.
Chalk.
All hail daddy. That's right. Chalk.
So, funnily enough, it's based on the same deity that they used in Black Panther 2. But I found that out after I had known who Nereus's daddy was. So
That's funny. Well, all hail Chalk.
yeah. So when the movie came out, I was like, I know who that is because I did a little research.
That's great. I love it.
Cool. And Defect.
Hey, I missed the beginning, so let me start off by saying Happy New Year to all that's watching.
Oh yeah, none of us said that.
Yeah, no one said that. Okay, well,
We're the
you know,
worst.
We're horrible.
it's the beginning of a new year and the beginning of the end. So stick around, find out what's going to happen next week.
And I've been Jared. Thank you all so much. I've been your humble dungeon master here on Nuuli Forged. We hope you had fun. Thanks for sticking with us. Thank you, I've Got It, for being all moddy in the chat. Don't think we don't see you. We do. You're the best. We're going to raid the dungeon run because why not? Let them know that they've been newly raided with some chats. And we will see you all right here at 7 p.m. next week, January 10th, Wednesday, January 10th. Right here on twitch.tv/NuuliForged. Goodbye, everyone. Bye. Pieces.